It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Here's Poole driving in, goes up and scores. He caught the Raptors napping in transition, accelerated to the rim, and he has his first career 40-point game. 41 points for Jordan Poole.
How about that? Oh, baby, JP had himself a pool party north of the border in the 6, as they call it, Shasky. They call it the 6, Toronto. Why? Toronto, Canada. I'm not sure. Drake started calling it the 6.
Yeah,
they started calling it the 6. You got to be from the 6. Well, the 6 is fun. It's a great town. And it was a good spot for Jordan Poole.
I'm from the 12.
From the 12?
94112.
I'm just saying the 7x7.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. The 12, the 94112. What am I from now? The 66. Well, is that double number? No, that's 666. The 66. 940.
No,
66.
You're Jeremy Newberry.
No. Shout out Jeremy Newberry. Shout out to Cal Bears. Shout out to the point. He was on the point after for not the point after time. KPIX.
Yeah. There was a rumor you don't want to mess with Newberry and his sister.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing.
Especially when camping.
Yeah.
Him and Eric Heitman, to me, when I think of 66s in 49er history, those are the two guys I think of. Eric Heitman had a couple good years.
He had a couple good years. He was a good lineman. Jeremy Newberry was a dude you didn't want to mess with. I saw him come to Cobbs one time.
He was so
sick.
sick.
And then I saw, you know who else I saw come to Cobbs? Was Tom Cable with his family.
Oh.
So I sat him. And I was about to start talking like, yeah, man, you don't want to see the Niners.
In the face.
And I was like, hey, man, you enjoy the show, Tom. Because, yeah. It's like this dude.
The guy who could eat a walnut.
Oh, man. Welcome to the roast here on the
Warriors.
Monday. Big win. That was a big win. That was good for the soul. A road win. By the way, you're watching Toronto. You're like, Nick Nurse days have to be numbered.
Okay.
I mean, Nick Nurse with the NN hat.
Okay.
His own branding. Nick Nurse.
Okay.
Like you're wearing your own hat, your own brand, a head coach.
Who I saw that in pregame. It was a all black on black. NN.
He's been doing that for like 3 years now.
Okay, first off, can we look up the website? And number two, who's buying that? Who's like, you know what? You know what I need? I need a Nick Nurse lid.
Nick Nurse hat.
Seriously.
I need a Nick Nurse hat. Somebody in Toronto.
I'm looking at it.
Here it is. It's $27.95.
What?
$27.95 from BuckT.com. BuckT.com. You can get a red one. You get a black one. NN. And he's been rocking this. Yeah, he's been rocking this since the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Unbelievable. Anyway, the Warriors rout the Raptors.
Oh, God, we needed
that. They were up by 24 in this game. They were rolling. Jordan Poole with a career high, 43 points. As we say, good morning to everybody out there getting off the roadways.
Bro.
Getting off the graveyard shift. Good morning. Hi with troll, cops, firefighters, teachers, strippers. You all know.
I think Bob Fitzgerald said the Malachi guy's name 17,000 times yesterday.
Malachi Flynn?
Dude, when Malachi Flynn gets it in the corner, you got to close out.
Dude.
Malachi Flynn. I will not forget that man's name.
Yeah, San Diego State, stand up. Fitz.
Him and Kawhi Leonard and Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn, there you go. San Diego State, baby. Listen, Purdy, too. What's the name? Marcel Purdy was the running back. He went up to Seattle for a number of years. Anyway. Fitz is a pro, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He said it was take the tie off at the end of the game.
Yeah. Well,
that was his victory cigar.
Yeah. Well, crossover. I was like, hey, Fitz, baby, let's get a win so you guys can look fly in NYC, right? He's feeling good. Then I do the WebEx hit. And I'm like, hey, the Warriors win. Whoa. Because I knew Fitz would say, the broadcast, the streak, jinx. And he's sitting there going hard on the referees with the Warriors up 18 with 7 minutes left.
I'm not mad at him.
No, because Fitz, we got this.
Okay, so I'm all for equal rights. We all are. Part of the evolution of equal rights, the female ref, we have to acknowledge, she was terrible yesterday. She was really bad. And look, I'm not here to say that women can't ref. No, it's not what I'm saying. Just individually, I thought she was really bad in yesterday's game for both the Raptors and the Warriors.
Yeah, she was awful. Laura Holtkamp is the one.
That's okay. That's her name.
That wasn't her yesterday.
I don't know a lot of
that Laura Holtkamp, she's in my mind because she's awful.
You're very good at when it comes to these referee names. I don't know any of the referee names.
Mehta. No, actually, no. This was Natalie Sago.
Okay.
Natalie. We know Natalie.
I thought Chris Boucher's head was going to explode on numerous occasions.
Natalie Sago.
Is that the longest team in the history of the NBA?
Yeah, all they do is got a lot of long dudes who can't play basketball. I mean, I'm looking at that
With
roster.
tiny Fred VanVleet.
So yeah, he's a,
Your doppelganger. You're
Fred
bigger
Van-
than him.
Yeah, I know. I do look like him. I wish I had money like him, man. $85 million. Did you see your Festus yesterday? If Drake and Bonte had a kid, that's what it'll look like. We're like, yo, pause, dude. Pause. Relax, Fezzy.
Yeah.
Relax. Relax.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's chill. Let's chill. No, seriously, Van Vliet is slow. I mean, he looked cooked.
You know what? When I see
He looked
him,
cooked last night.
you know when I see him, you know what I think of?
2019 NBA Finals.
No, I think of athletes in sports who crushed my soul at the championship level, who I will never look at the same way. He's one of them.
Yeah.
Scott Spezio's another one.
Yeah.
Right? What's the Jones who had the kick return against the Niners and the Ravens? Come on. The name's-
Jacoby Jones.
Thank you, Jacoby Jones. Like,
And he had the deep ball against
solid
Culliver.
players, not like
Not great.
No, not great at all, but broke your heart. And you're like,
Yeah.
how did we lose to that guy?
Dude, Jacoby Jones, one of the great quotes of all time. He said when he first went to practice with the Ravens, Joe Flacco threw a pass, and he said he ran a go route. He said, oh, my God, look at that. That baby can go. And he was like 80 yards. It's like, dude, the way he said it, I can never unsee it in my head. He was like, oh, wait, that baby can go. Anyway, Jacoby Jones, shout out to him. Super Bowl champ against the Niners, of course. He cooked Chris Culliver. But no, that whole team, Fred Van Vliet, Siakam. So where I was getting at was Masai Ujiri, their president of the basketball operations, GM. He may be having a fire sale soon.
Really?
The Raptors have lost 5 in a row. 5 in a row. They're sinking. Is there anybody on the Raptors I would really want outside of Scotty Barnes?
Scotty Barnes, for just a second. What a unique player. He had a beautiful left-handed pass, a beautiful left-handed layup yesterday.
Dude, he hit a layup over Looney like he was 6'3".
Dude, he's a fantastic player. And people are going to go Magic comparisons because of the height and the ball skills to be able to throw like that. It's hard to not view him that way, though. I'm not.
Right.
Magic is one of the greatest players of all time. This is a guy who's barely made an impression on the NBA.
Honestly, I see Scottie Pippen.
That's a
His
good
name is
call.
Scotty.
That's a really
His
good
name is
call.
Scotty. I mean, he handles the ball. He plays defense.
Defending Jordan Poole all 90 feet.
Exactly. So they're not going to give him up. He's the reigning rookie of the year. I don't really want Pascal Siakam.
Why
I
not?
never did. I think he's the 4th best player on the championship team. And when I look at that Raptors series, it was Kawhi. Then it was he cooked.
He killed
no
them.
doubt. He killed them.
So did Powell.
But so did Powell,
Yeah.
so did Ibaka, so did Kyle
Why are we
Lowry,
have
so
to
did
do this?
Van Vliet, so did Marc Gasol at times.
Why are you doing this? to me?
But there's not really any, like, I remember when the Wiggins rumors were swirling, right? Oh, man, you gonna trade Wiggins
Yeah.
for Siakam? We both discussed, like, I want Wiggins.
Yes.
Wiggins is a better fit. Siakam is erratic from the three-point line, and I saw the way he got defended in the bubble, and I know the bubble, we're going to take that with a grain of salt, but Tatum and Brown went at him in the bubble and exposed him.
It's hard to carry, just for a second, because everyone brings up the bubble and they get mad when you laugh at it. Look at the outliers. Look at Anthony Davis's shooting in the bubble and the rest of his career. Okay?
It's unbelievable.
Who was the guy? TJ Warren?
TJ Warren.
I mean, look,
he's
like
not
Michael
getting like
Jordan.
15 minutes a game with the Brooklyn Nets.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Jamal Murray, too, for that matter.
I'm not saying that the games weren't real games. They were real games. But if you look at the shooting outliers, like no travel, no rest, no going out to clubs, all the different things that are like baked into the product of the NBA, the sight lines, et cetera.
Right.
Everything was stale, and so you got all of these outlier results. Now, I'm not saying that the games weren't real. They were real games, but it's hard to carry anything over from the bubble into reality.
No doubt. I'm with you there. I'm with you. And not having a crowd there, some guys play well without a crowd. Some guys play better with the crowd.
Exactly.
Some guys are showstoppers. Some are not. By the way, shout out to the UPS and FedEx drivers. I always love you guys. Sorry, we got a long list of shout-outs here, man. That's why we do Friday shameless shout-outs. But that team, when I'm looking at it, Fred Van Vliet, I don't want him.
No.
I don't want Siakam.
Although Fred Van Vliet is a great story, Wichita State.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
No doubt. Got paid.
Yeah.
No, I'm not mad at him.
I'm rooting for guys like that, but I'm 100% with you.
Because like the Warriors may be in play for one of these teams that are going to have a fire sale. I believe the Warriors can tread water without Stephen Curry. What does treading water look like? Hovering around 500.
Play like you did on Friday night. I know that the final score wasn't indicative of the fight that they had.
They played hard.
I thought so too. I thought there were some really good positives coming out of that game.
And the biggest positive to me is Jordan Poole found something. In that second half, he scored 21 points, Then he follows it up with another 20-point half yesterday, back-to-back 20-point halves. He scores a career high 43 points.
Yeah.
He's dancing again. He's dancing.
What was
I'm starting
that
to see
dance?
this.
You
He said the
asked him.
414, yeah, because I saw it in the second
what
quarter.
Is the 414?
Yeah, I guess it's Milwaukee. Let's look that up.
I was unaware.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
What is the
The
414?
only 414 rapper that I remember is, was it In My Projects?
Yeah, that guy.
What was that guy's name?
That guy.
Cool
that is
Cal?
Cuddy Calhoun?
In My Projects.
So 414
Pull it
is
up,
Milwaukee.
Lubman.
414 is Cuckoo Cow. Cuckoo Cow. Cuckoo Cow in my projects. So the 414, that was a hitter. In
I
my
gotta say
projects.
that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like it's one hitter.
Yeah,
but
but
it
I'll
was a
take it.
hitter. I'll take it all day long. 414 is Milwaukee. So he was doing the Milwaukee shuffle,
Oh, that's
whatever
what it
that
is.
was, the
Not the
414.
not the
He was
Waddle.
happy we asked about it.
Oh.
He was like, I was like, all right, cool. He's happy. 43 points. He found something. He's slow. The one thing about Jordan Poole, it's all about pacing for me, Shasky. I don't know about you.
Well, did you see the one play where, so he already hit a couple of threes. Draymond shoveled one to him.
Mm-hmm.
He comes flying down, slows down, and hits the little mid-range
Yes.
one that was super silky. I
Yep.
said, that's the JP who was balling at the end of
Yep,
last year.
Exactly. And that mid-range is available for him.
Uh-huh.
All day long. Him and Klay Thompson. I would like to see Klay Thompson move in a little bit.
Klay
He's
hit it.
He's starting to labor a little
No,
bit with
he
that
hit a
right knee.
shot in the corner that was ridiculous degree of difficulty.
Right.
And I said, damn,
It's
Clay.
like, Klay, chill a little bit.
He's missed so many layups.
Dude, the Clay-ups are back.
It's just
So you
so
know
bad.
what, though? And Mullen's been all over this. And I want you to do it. Watch Klay during the Knicks game.
Okay.
Watch when he lands. When he shoots a layup and the way he lands. He's a little hesitant to jump off that 1 foot because I think he's still
Didn't think of
petrified
that.
of coming down on that leg.
Didn't think of
Watch
that.
him a little bit. I've started to notice it over the last few games, and I'm like, he's laboring a little bit. He's a little shook on landing and jumping or whatnot.
Not to make a golf analogy, but you'll see this a lot from the free throw line. Like, free throws are like putting, you know what I mean?
Yep.
His layups are almost like shorties in
Yeah.
like a short putt in golf.
Yeah.
Some guys have the yips.
Yep.
Will Zalatoris is an example. You look at his putter, it crushes the ball.
Chuck
And the-
Knobloch,
the
yips.
Steve Sachs. Like
Yeah,
you
there you
see
go.
this in certain sports.
Yeah, that putter, that's weird.
It's like shaking, and you're
Right.
like, dog, hit that putt. And like that's what it is for Clay. We know 40 feet away, I'm more confident
Right.
than I am 4 feet away.
Right.
Why?
He's right there. Danny Green. That's why.
I know.
Danny Green, that's
That guy.
why. So
Where's Danny Green playing?
Oh, he's on First Take nowadays. He's out of the league. No, Shasky.
Who
I
wants
know.
to hear from Danny Green?
I know. He apologized to Clay on there and stuff like that. Look, he was cooked. Danny Green tried to play basketball the last couple of years. Yikes.
Loveman, are you searching for my projects?
I am searching for a lot of different things on this computer right now,
who
so I
knows?
can add that.
Listen,
Yeah.
by the way, good morning to Sam Lubman, and good morning to our new guy, Jake. Straight from, he's worked at the Pac-12 Network.
Jake.
He's working on the all-nighter. He went to Penn State.
Is
Penn
this-
State Nittany Lion.
So I could be Mustard and he could be One Take Jake?
He could be one take Jake. I don't know if he has any takes
Mustard
it
on a beat.
Yeah, he lived. Check this out. Jake lived in Maryland. He lived in a town with 13 stoplights. 13 stoplights.
Linden, California.
Linden, California, Lemoore, California, whatever small town you want to name. That's where Jake is from.
Jake, just on Geneva Avenue alone, there's 13
Yeah,
stoplights.
exactly. There's 13 stoplights from Geneva Mission to Geneva to Cow Palace. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's
Seriously.
it. All right. So then Jake
He's
is
so
13,
ready to get on the
he's
mic,
so
too.
ready to get. Look at him. He's smiling
Ear to
ear to
ear.
ear to ear. Like he's 13 miles. What was it? Like 13 miles from West Virginia, the West Virginia border. But his pops made him love the Red Sox.
Oh.
Made him love
Go
the
Sox.
Bruins. Made him
God.
love the Patriots.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. So Jake is a Penn State Nittany Lion. They're gonna get crushed in the Rose Bowl, by the way. This is Utah's year in the Rose
they're
Bowl.
not.
We are Penn State. I mean, Jake is beaming right now, Shasky.
Jake, before you get in, I hope you know, this is the Kingmaker over here.
No,
all right?
see,
He's
see.
about to knight you right now.
See, listen,
King,
listen.
can you please knight him?
All right. So I've obviously triggered a lot of people. I've triggered a lot of people.
Who?
Since so Brad for Warriors Huddle.
Oh, yeah, the homie.
He's texting. He's the homie.
yeah.
Supposed to do the podcast, right? He's hit me.
I need to get royalties for
So-
his podcast.
so-
I feel like I've been featured so many times.
Dude, he's like, hit me, right? I was going to do a podcast before Warriors pregame. But I was like, Bram, I got too much stuff going on. I can't pod and get ready for a television show. So he hits me. And I don't reply.
The King is too busy today.
No, see, here you go. This guy,
It's a
Bram.
rough life for the king.
See, you guys, I'm gonna start. You guys are gonna tick me off at 6:30 in the morning. I'm in a
This is
good
gonna be
mood
our
right
best
now.
week
I
of
got
content
great.
yet.
I got great sleep last night.
Good.
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
You're gonna piss me off, Lubman.
Let's go.
real quick. So Brad texts me
Uh-huh.
right after the Jordan Poole interview. I get back to the desk
Mm.
during commercial. look at the phone real quick, and it's Brad. So what's up, King of the Bay? Are you got time for me this way? And I was like, dog, I'm into my first segment of the post-game show. I said, relax, Brad. I'll be there. Relax, dude. But the King of the Bay thing, it's obviously triggered a lot of people.
I
and I was
kind of
just
love
joking.
it. I think you should lean into it.
No, man, gosh.
I think you should lean into it.
No, because I already know what's going to happen around here. People are a little sensitive.
Well, I'll be the court jester.
Oh, gosh. Here you go, man.
I should be the king's hand. Oh, that's what I should be. Like the guy from Game of Thrones.
Who,
Rarely ever works out
Littlefinger?
well for the king's hand, though.
Yeah, I know.
that's
You
a
don't
good
want to be
point.
Littlefinger.
That's
You
a
will
good
get
point.
chopped.
That's a good point.
You don't want to be that guy.
Name a king's hand who had a happy ending in that show.
That's a really good point.
OG Anunoby. Do we want AG? I'd be interested in OG Anunoby.
He's intriguing.
He's intriguing
But
off the bench. I mean,
but what am I giving up to get him?
yeah, exactly. Wiseman, who didn't play. There were some people triggered yesterday
Why?
that the youngsters didn't get a lot of time.
I was a little okay. When you win by 20 or whatever, going away,
Right.
it's hard for me to find because the team needed a win. Can we all
They
agree?
needed a win.
They needed a win.
They lost 5 straight in a row.
Exactly. So I'm not going to sit here and be angry or whatever. But I did question in real time, like, Kuminga can't get a little more run?
Yeah.
But again, not the end of the world.
5 minutes yesterday, all in the first half. I don't know if he took some bad shots, if he was hurt. I don't know what was going on there. But Kerr rolled with the hot hands.
Yeah.
Said, Jordan Poole, you're going to play 35 minutes. Draymond Green. How about him hitting 3 threes
shocked.
in the first 90 seconds of the game? Now, he came into that game
Shocked.
with 3 points on this road trip.
You
He
said-
scored 3 points on this road trip, Shasky, until yesterday.
You said some stat on the postgame show. That's the most he scored since 2016?
Oh, so he scored 13 points in the first quarter.
Okay.
13 points in the first quarter, so most points he scored in a quarter since 2016 when
That's
they played the Denver Nuggets. And I actually got the box score still up here because I wanted to look to see who they played.
What's his career high?
So they played, I think it might be 37 in that playoff game against the Blazers. Or Game 7 against the
I was going to say
Cavaliers.
Game 7 when he hit all those threes in the first half.
But that game, he had 18 points in the first quarter. He finished with 29 points,
Wow.
14 assists, 17 rebounds. So it was a triple-double back in 2016, January 2nd. So he must not have gone out New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have been fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for
The
him.
guy that we haven't addressed yet, who I think is just playing great basketball right now, Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, yeah.
He made a pass, a one-handed pass, skipped across the court to Jordan Poole. He's Mully brings up the 50-50 balls, and he's so right about this. He gets so many of them. There was a sequence they couldn't get a stop for like 3 or 4 offensive rebounds for Toronto. And then he comes flying in, he gets the rebound, comes down, makes a nice assist, they get a layup. He just does so many little things, and then you look at the box score and you're like, that isn't like reflective of his impact on the game at all.
Dude, he's had a hell of a road trip. The quotes after the game saying, hey, we're not playing Warriors basketball. We're supposed to move the ball, dish. He had a good first quarter against Philadelphia where he drops 15 and 5 threes. His father's been traveling with him on this road trip.
Oh.
So Pops has been around. I'm really happy for Dante DiVincenzo because I questioned the fit early on, especially when he came back from the hamstring. It's like, man, he's getting blown by a lot. He's not hitting shots.
He's playing better.
He's finding his role. He's defending. I thought he did a good job of Fred VanVleet yesterday. And by the way, we can't end the segment without mentioning Loon Dog.
Oh, well, I love Looney. I watched the post-game presser because I was watching you guys, and just hearing him, he's like the old wise sage at the podium now. I know, Draymond's the fire, and that. I feel like Looney's the soul. And he was talking about like being the connective tissue because someone asked him about all the young guys and then all the old guys and how he's kind of in between. It was a very weird question. And he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to bring everyone together. And like when I look at him on the court, off the court, he just represents so much good when I think of Warrior culture.
Yeah, no, he's come a long way. Remember the pandemic season where it was just like, man, Looney's laboring.
I do.
Yeah, it was like, man, Loon Dog, like, I don't know, man. And he's just gotten better and better and better. And I actually want him to shoot more, be more aggressive offensively.
He's really good with that left-handed little layup putback that he does where he's getting hacked. He never gets any calls. I mean, he's playing really good basketball right now. That felt like the most cohesive win in quite some time.
Yeah, no, it was a really good win. Now they go to New York City for a back-to-back against the Knicks and the Nets. Knicks have won 7 in a row. The Nets have won 9 of 10. Kevin Durant and Kyrie are scoring in bunches. It's going to be a fun two-game stretch here in New York City as the Warriors get ready for Christmas Day against the Memphis Grizzlies. They'll get 3 days off. But overall, look, I know some people are not happy with the way the youngsters are being treated. I just wanted to damn win.
No, I'm with you.
I just wanted to win. I wanted to win. Everybody feels good about it. They will get their time. keep hustling, keep playing hard, know your role. You will get your time, and the Warriors will figure out a way. But they win. They're now 15-16. By the way, we got to get in the World Cup, possibly the greatest soccer game ever. I mean,
I don't think I'm educated enough to be able to make a statement like that, but I was thoroughly enjoyed.
I don't think I am. I've watched a lot of soccer games. That was as intense as they come.
It was ridiculous.
And you had two guys who are icons.
Yeah.
Mbappe, who's only 23 years old.
Which I can't believe that.
And Messi, who's possibly the greatest soccer player of all time. Some people may say Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever, Pele, whatever. I mean, he had two GOATs going crazy out there at an all-time level. Was it like Larry Bird and Magic? I don't know. Was it what would Brady and who?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I don't know. I'm just Brady versus Mahomes in that AFC Championship game.
Yeah, that's
Curry
a good
and
call.
LeBron. I mean, is that
Yeah,
that's a good
that's
one.
a good one. KD, LeBron, Curry, LeBron. Now those are good. That's what we saw yesterday with the World Cup final. Plus the day in football, the weekend of football.
Can we? There's so many. You know what?
There's just
so much.
I wrote down so much stuff here. I was just watching Dan Campbell highlights coming in.
The hottest team in football?
The Lions. I love the Lions.
Jameson Williams. I'm telling you, dude, he's gonna be a superstar.
They got receivers.
Yeah, they got tons of players.
So it's a lot to get into here on a Monday on the Morning Roast. We got Jim Barnett at 8:30. He's on the road. I know he's loving life on the road. In Canada, he's going to go to New York City.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada. They do the two national anthems and all that stuff. So, Oh, Canada's a really good song. Oh, Canada.
I just think
Canada.
of Blame Canada from South Park.
Nah, what do I think of when I think of Canada? I don't know. I don't know what I think of when I get to Canada. I don't know what I think of when I can't find my reads. But this segment was brought to you by Go to State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoToStateLumber.com. Do not forget 957thegameshop.com. 957thegameshop.com. We've sold 19 relevant T-shirts. We sold, actually, on Friday alone, 19. People are shelling out the dollars. Get your own relevant T-shirt at 957thegameshop.com. Joe Namath?
Namath? I thought he wore 16.
Was he 16? I could be wrong there. Maybe he was 19 with the Rams. That was a bad pull. All right, what's coming up on the game? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises. Your calls, and we'll recap the day in the NFL.
12.
Here is where it happens. Experience the Warriors at Chase Center. Your Warriors 2022-23 season. Presented by Kaiser Permanente. Happening now. Get your tickets now at Warriors.com or call 888-GSW-HOOP. Representatives standing by.
Stretch your lashes to new heights with CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. Up to 60% longer looking lashes. It's an instant lash extension effect. Lift, stretch, and lengthen with a lightweight formula infused with biotin, peptides, and pro-vitamin B5 for strength and protection against breakage. Looking for a lash extension in a bottle? Try CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara for up to 60% longer lashes. From easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything, and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows the Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With car prices at an all-time high, Cars for Kids donors are now getting the highest receipts ever. Don't miss out for 2022. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org, and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
Television sales on Black Friday set new records as millions of Americans snapped up the hot deals. But a lot of people were out of town or too busy to take advantage of the special pricing. So, how about a redo? Right now, you've got a second chance to save big on many of the top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs. Where? At Video Only, where the smart shoppers go. So, don't miss out. Check out Video Only now, or
you'll be sorry. If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break.
If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to getrefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef, just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave, the quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef, legendary quality.
Homeowners are choosing the beauty of Milgard Trinsic Vinyl featured at Dolan's. Narrow frames, the contemporary look, the color choices, perfect white and tan, and an array of custom exterior colors. And that's only the beginning. The innovative Smart Touch window locks exceed California's rigorous forced entry codes, plus energy efficiency for comfort. Discover Milgard's vinyl benefits in the ideas section at dolanlumber.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare, and in the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-543-3399. That's 800-543-3399. 800-543-3399.
Merry Christmas, Bonte! I hear you having a hard time getting into the whole Christmas spirit. Cheer up and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, man. Let them know, Santa.
Merry Christmas,
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year, and, smile.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little, that's all.
That's a blast from the
Now,
past.
back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
That's a blast from the past. Shout out to Philbo Mike out there, man. That's a blast from the past. We got the Doobie Awards coming Thursday. The Doobie Awards coming Thursday.
Is this the greatest diss song of all time? No Vaseline, Ice Cube. Hit 'em up, Pac. West Side.
Nas came in with Ether.
I mean, nailing
Ether
the
was
coffin,
hard.
Eminem.
Ether was hard. Nailing the coffin. Jay-Z. I mean, you got some. Hit 'em up aged well. But I mean, he just stopped rapping. He just started ripping people.
First off,
like,
in the click you claim.
It's like,
West
hey,
Side,
man, I did some things with your chick. And,
Faith Evans.
like, I was going to say no names. I mean,
And
just went
well
off.
documented.
It's well documented.
I'm gonna
it
let
just
my
went
little
off.
homies ride on you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Corrupt had to hit him up.
Oh, good call on DMX.
Yeah. The only
Calling out names.
The only X I know is RBX.
An exhibit.
I'm not even going to go. Dude, that was hard.
Extraordinary. Wow. That whole Streets is a Mother
is a classic.
Thank you.
Is a classic.
It's a West Coast classic.
Welcome home.
Oh,
dude, I used to bump that album
so many,
all day
there's
long.
so many great songs.
So that was his greatest. That was his best
Can I
work.
speak to Dr. Dre?
Yeah, that was his best work. Before he, started popping the thizzes.
Yeah, and he's way out of his mind. I still do love Corrupt, though.
He was on the Mac Dre documentary.
Well, United Ghettos or what?
No, not United Ghettos. He was on
Diz TV?
Diz TV. And they were in New Zealand. They were flying out to New Zealand.
That was number 2, I think.
That was maybe number 2. And then remember Was it Selsky or was it? No, it wasn't Selsky. It was
Canadian bacon and hash browns?
I forget who it was. Who was Pip of the Year? Drew Down. Drew Down. It was Drew Down. Drew Down, I think, came in and he looked at the camera and he did like a little dip. And then he went back on stage and started rapping.
The ice cream man?
Yeah,
the real ice cream man?
There was a lot of things going on. It's been a while. It's been like 15 years since I watched that doc. Anyway.
Pimp of the Year, Drew Down?
Pimp of the Year, Drew Down. Pimp of the Year. That song's just.
It's all time.
I'm kind of jealous. Kind of jealous that
pony.
I'm kind of jealous that I hate when you say that because it makes me laugh.
It's so good.
It's so good. My Mustang Pony.
He got
I'm
the
so
best
jealous.
perm in the history of perms.
Oh, the perm is so fresh. It's so wet. I mean, it's
it's so good.
Guru, I'm kind of jealous of Guru's intro because he has that beat. Dun 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 dun. I was like, come on, man.
Dun, dun, dun.
How did we not think of that one?
And Steiny has no idea what that is.
No idea.
Steiny's like, well, I'm more of a, I'm a rock and roll kind of a guy.
Alternative rock.
Oh,
Live 105.
He's probably more emo, if I'm being totally honest.
He's what Live 105. Shout out to Live 105.
Ain't nothing wrong with Blink 182.
How about this? Shout out to Argentina.
Sum 41. What?
Shout out to Argentina.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful jerseys.
Va Montiel. Montiel. Argentina campeón del mundo. Argentina campeón del mundo. Argentina campeón del mundo. Argentina campeón del mundo. Argentina es campeón del mundo.
Incredible soccer game. So, full disclosure, I woke up at halftime.
What?
It was 2-0, but I went back and watched the goals. I fast-forwarded because I record all the sporting events.
Yeah.
So I go back and I was in bed kind of watching it. So then I locked in during the second half. And I'm like, dear God, Argentina's holding off for dear life.
Who were you rooting for? Your French roots, I'm assuming France.
I was, I wanted Messi to win.
Pierre Desabonte-Hill.
Yeah. Shout out to PSG. I know they were watching at Parc des Princes yesterday down there in Paris. Shout out to the homies at PSG, but I was rolling with Messi. I wanted Messi to win. And then when Mbappe scored 2 goals in less than a minute and 20 seconds, I said, oh boy, France is going to win.
And that third one.
Dude, they were threatening. And that goalie from Argentina made some hellacious saves yesterday. Hellacious. I mean, right before stoppage time was over in a minute and 20. So, I mean, he had the 2 penalty kicks, of course, and he nailed them. The second goal was just all time.
It was ridiculous.
The pass back and forth,
yes.
Right foot, boom.
And then Messi answers back.
Oh, my gosh.
And the guy's in the goal, in the net, kicking it out. I didn't realize it crossed the line.
Yeah, it crossed the line
and everyone
there.
started celebrating. I'm like, whoa, reverse this.
Yeah, reverse it. And then you go to PKs.
It was incredible.
Incredible game. Incredible. Yeah. So I've been watching soccer off and on since 1994. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say I was consistently watching soccer, but over the last 6 to 7 years, I really got into it. Mm-hmm. By far the best game I've ever seen.
What position would you play?
I'd probably be a goalie. I'm tall, got long arms, big reach, goal to goal. I'll be punking people.
What would people rather see? Would they rather see me and Bonte try to kick field goals, or one of us kick to the other guy who's the goalie and do PKs?
Ooh, that's a good question there.
I like the PKs.
I think the PKs, because it's like you going like directly against each other, where it's the field goals, it's kind of more indirect head to head. But I'm kind of curious, who can get the ball past too. I think there's a little bit more bragging rights there.
I played a lot of soccer growing up, but I wasn't good. I was very physical. As one of my buddies put in one of the 95.7 The Game chats or whatever on Instagram, nobody in the history of Viking soccer had more yellow cards than Joe Shasky.
This doesn't surprise me.
Nobody.
Was your dad at these games?
He wasn't a big soccer guy.
Did he watch the game yesterday?
Oh, yeah. He put on Facebook. It was one of the most exciting soccer games he's ever seen. I go, Dad.
I did see that, actually.
Nothing but Viking and CYO soccer your whole life.
No, I did see that. Oh, my God, incredible soccer guy. I was like, Pops, you're just trying to put up a Facebook status. Just put up a Facebook status. Just stay active.
Big week for Dad.
Why?
We're going to Pebble.
Oh,
Friday.
Saw an Olympic Club yesterday.
Yeah, I went there. Well, there was a frost delay, and it's a long story. So I
just learned about frost delays over the last month.
What do you mean?
like frost delays where basically, you can't play on the greens yet. There's too much ice. It's too
it
wet.
sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Frost delays.
Yeah, it pushed it out like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was supposed to golf with my uncle, and it just didn't.
So the clubhouse was just packed.
Yeah, well, so then I went and I watched because I had to give Michelle a ride at some point. So I went, grabbed a quick bite to eat at the club, and then I was watching at the bar because the place was packed at the Oak Club, and everyone was enjoying it. You know all the old Irishmen? They're all over that soccer game.
No doubt. No, it was a great game. I had Baby Chaz because Anna went to go take a nap. She got up early, so Baby Chaz and I was like, she's like, come on, pop out kitchen. I was like, no, it's goals. So I had her go. Had to keep her locked in somehow, some way.
I figured that you would go international, go cucina. Kitchen.
I'm not that diverse, man. You know, I'm just gonna.
Isn't that kitchen?
Bad word.
Is that kitchen in Italian?
No, I should know what goal is in Russian though. What is goal in Russian? Yeah. We can figure that out later.
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong guy.
All right, let's get to some NFL. We got more Warriors talk coming. JB at 8:30. Warriors beat the Raptors, and some people said, "Oh man, they beat the worst team in the league. You shouldn't feel good." You know what? A win is a win. They're 13-17 now. Warriors are now 15-16. I'm not nitpicking any dub right now.
Five.
Five what?
5 out of first.
5 out of first, baby. 5 out of first.
It's facts.
It's facts. I mean,
they feel for as bad as it's been, the fact that you wake up, it's almost Christmas. They're 5 games out of first place.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
How about this?
Maybe I overreacted.
I just look at this. They're 2.5 back at the 6th spot.
Okay.
All I want is a top 6 spot.
Split the difference.
2.5 back at the Portland Trailblazers. And 2.5 back at the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel good about where the Warriors are at. Just tread water,
Agreed.
Get back home. They got some winnable home games. Wiggins will be back before Stephen Curry. Poole's starting to figure it out. And I love where Draymond Green is at with Loon Dog. So, look, feel good win for the Golden State Warriors. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Warriors win. Jordan Poole, career high, 43 points. Yes, there is a chance. 43 points, career high for JP. How about that? How about Draymond Green? Hit 3 threes to start the game. All right, let's get into the NFL coming up on the roast. Brought to you by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises.
Uncle, Kate's gonna leave me, and I need your advice.
What's the problem, John?
She thinks I'm cheating on her, but I'm not. It's just that I have ED now, and I don't know why.
Don't worry. The same thing happened to me. All men lose testosterone with age, and this can cause ED. I went to Balanced Medical Solutions, and they helped me rebalance my hormones. Now your aunt is happy again, and I lost weight, too.
Thank you. I'm gonna call them today.
Guys, stop suffering. Call Balanced Medical Solutions now at 510-679-3300 or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
No one knows where this market will go. Things could change tomorrow, next week, or next month. At Merrill, we've been here before, and history shows this is the time to stay focused on your future. Because through every market, the bull will always have your back. Find an advisor in the Bay Area at ml.com/bullish.
Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor. Member SIPC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of America Corp.
Bay Current, a KCBS Radio original podcast.
I started it and made just a terrible, terrible, loud noise.
That's the telltale sign that you're another victim in the Bay Area's latest crime epidemic, catalytic converter theft. On the latest episode of Bay Current, we examine why thefts are up 185% since 2018.
You start to get into more organized crime.
Subscribe to Bay Current on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic.
For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
Christmas time is here, and so are all the greatest deals on power tools at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Enjoy 12 days of deals on all your favorite brands starting December 12th. Grab free batteries with tons of Makita products and more of this year's greatest deals. Save $100 on a Makita 18-volt rear handle circular saw and take home 2 free batteries to top it off. Stop by Fasteners Inc. at 2897 Monterey Road, December 12th through the 24th, or shop online at fastenersinc.net.
Help San Francisco's under-resourced high school girls of color envision, rise, and create with Oasis for Girls. Oasis for Girls provides intensive after-school programming that helps connect girls to internships, resources, and job opportunities. At Oasis for Girls, they equip students with the skills and mindset required to do the work. Your support this holiday season helps San Francisco girls cultivate the skills, knowledge, and confidence to discover their dreams and build strong futures. Please donate today at oasisforgirls.org.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This winter, there are COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants. If it's been at least 2 months since your primary series or original booster, schedule your updated COVID-19 booster dose at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
It's your boy Guru from Steiny and Guru, noon to 3, right here on 95.7 The Game. Now back to the morning roast. I'm a roaster because these two guys are my guys. Yin and Yang, right here on 95.7 The Game.
Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, my
like
life.
it. I don't know if you just saw the YouTube or how it zoomed back into us on camera. It like faded in.
Ooh.
I was like, yeah, who's doing it? Is that Jake? Is that the new guy, Jake?
One take Jake?
Damn, one take Jake. All it takes is one day. Get on the bike, Jake.
Grinding all my life.
Get on the bike, Jake. Don't be shy.
Hey, that was a great transition. I was taught well by Sam there, but like I clicked that button and it like really clicked, and the transition to you guys on camera just was fantastic.
It's almost as good as the transition of you guys buying out Pablo and him coming back to the Giants. He's a Red Sox fan.
Oh yeah.
Not nice.
Not nice.
Are
Not
you
nice.
like, real quick? Give me 10 seconds. Is Xander Bogaerts even worth an 11-year deal? Because I don't think he is.
11 years, no. I mean, last year he was on a contract deal. Like, you know, it was his last year of his contract, and he balled out. Like, it was probably his best year as a Red Sox. So, I mean, he you know, under a contract year, he went all out and deserved the money. But, you know, 8 years from now, is he going to be worth it? I don't know.
Man.
Ringing endorsement.
One take Jake.
I know, he's ready. Whoa,
He is ready.
Wait a minute.
We are Pitt
He's
State.
also a Patriot fan, right?
Yeah, he's a Patriot fan.
Oh,
he's a Patriot fan. Which
Let's get there.
Which is why I want to start. So all these NFL takes. I'm just writing down stuff yesterday. Brady and the Bucs ball 17-0 lead. They're cooked. I mean, they still may win a division, but they look shot.
Do like the smoke charcoal gray.
Yeah, I did
jerseys.
like those all. They should wear those every day.
I like those a lot.
The Lions.
I love them.
I love Dan Campbell.
Jared Goff.
I love everything about the Lions right now.
So
put them back
on
Hard Knocks.
Yes,
I love them. You got the Niners one game back in the 2 seed Vikings when everybody was like, "Oh, the Niners are going to get the 2 seed." They're down 33-0.
Unbelievable.
33-0.
Matt Ryan is the architect of multiple collapses. I mean, isn't anyone surprised?
No.
If I see another Jeff Saturday is the first NFL coach to coach on the Saturday, all the Saturday jokes are so dumb.
They were so bad. They were so bad, so corny, so whatever.
My brother did go to the Jim Irsay collection thing.
Did he really?
He said it was pretty awesome.
I heard it was.
So he's got this huge music and sports.
Right.
It's like all the things he's collected over the years.
Right.
Jackie Robinson balls and Beatles covers and blah, 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 and all this like really, really cool stuff. It's very diverse, but my brother said it was awesome.
Right. No, I heard good things about it. Jaguars beat the Cowboys. Jaguars are one game behind the Tennessee Titans for first place in the AFC South.
All right, so now we're here. How many people in 5-6 weeks, to start the season off, were like, oh, this quarterback class, this 2021 quarterback class is terrible. Oh, it's going to be horrible. You look up. Justin Fields a good player.
Justin Fields looks pretty damn good.
I mean, that roster, we all agree offensively, limited. Okay, Russell Wilson.
Right.
And then you look up and you're like, wow, Justin Fields, I think there's something there. I think we all would agree.
There's something there.
Trevor Lawrence, the last month, has looked like a guy who is scratching the surface on his ability. We all know that there's talent there. Doug Peterson's pulling it out of him. He's balling right now.
By the way, in one of my leagues in the playoffs, I was in 1 seed. I just got bounced by 20 points. I play anybody else, I advance to the second round because of freaking Zay Jones. Zay Jones, out of nowhere, has become a baller for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's going deep, he's going short, he's breaking tackles.
So he's your Peyton Hillis?
Dude, I hate Zay Jones from here on out.
Oh, here on out.
Sports hate, as you would say.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I endorse it. But no, look at now.
Seriously, Trevor Lawrence looks like by playing more and more and more every rep, every possession. Same thing we apply with Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. They are getting better by the snap.
Yes.
Justin Fields is doing. Now, Zach Wilson, I thought he made some plays yesterday. He put the Jets in a position to kick a field goal. It was a hell of a play, but he's still a long way away.
Which is funny because I think you and I both kind of agreed, like after looking at him pretty hard. And once that Coastal Carolina game happened in BYU, a lot of us jumped off the Zach Wilson bandwagon.
Yeah.
And then I look at Mac Jones. I was against taking Mac Jones in the number 3 pick all along. And I know that there are some idiots out there who, Mac Jones and Kyle Shanahan.
Right.
I'm watching Mac Jones, and I watched almost that entire Raider game. He missed so many touchdowns. Now, he had a bomb in that game. He missed so many red zone touch throws.
Yep.
Guys are wide open.
Yep.
John wide open, and he just can't. He can't hit anyone. He's not athletic. He doesn't see the field. And that final play is not on him.
No.
But, my God, it'll be forever cemented in everyone's mind, him getting absolutely strong-armed by Chandler Jones.
Having Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as his offense coordinators, Belichick did him no favors.
Totally agree.
Belichick did.
I was all over this early.
Players got to play, though.
Yes.
Players got to play, but we all.
I said, dropped like 3 balls in that game.
I was sitting here thinking, there's no way Belichick's going to have Joe Judge and Matt Patricia be the offensive coordinator. It's like, no way. And he went with it.
I know.
And that game yesterday may have cost him a play. We'll get to that in just a second. I just want to give you some numbers
keep
for
going.
Trevor Lawrence. The last 6 games.
Yes.
He's completed 70% of his passes.
It's pretty good.
He's thrown for 1,680 yards.
That's pretty good.
14 touchdown passes.
Wow.
1 interception.
Wow.
And he's rushed for another 140.
Now, at the beginning of the year, that's after playing every snap last year, which people could throw it out. Oh, Urban Meyer, they don't have any weapons.
It matters.
Playing time absent. And this is a guy who played from day one until the end of his junior year with Clemson. I mean, he was the unmitigated starter every single time unless they were blowing someone out. So it's a guy who has a lot of reps, and he still needed more time.
And he still needs more time, but Doug Peterson, you got the coach right. A good quarterback-friendly coach. And they have weapons. They brought in Christian Kirk, who's he's not bad. Christian Kirk's not bad at all.
He's solid.
Zay Jones has come out of nowhere, and he's balling over the last month.
When Etienne's healthy, he looks like he's promising.
Yeah, no doubt. Marvin Jones III is a pro.
Yes.
He's not the best receiver, but he gives you a veteran who knows where to be, who knows how to run a route. And all of a sudden, you got a team believing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you got a team believing down to Jacksonville, and you're one game behind the Tennessee Titans for first place in the South.
Did you hear that noise?
What's that noise?
The noise when America celebrated when the Cowboys lost?
Oh, my gosh.
On that interception?
They're up 27-10.
I loved it.
Up 27-10.
It was great.
That's why I'm going to fear the Cowboys.
Oh, and speaking of which, their defense. Micah Parsons, tweet through it, buddy.
Yeah,
you were talking so much.
He needs to put Twitter down. He needs to get microphones, Twitter.
Get off of
Twitter.
Put it down.
100%.
Put it down, dude. Focus up. But that's the Cowboys for you. They're frauds.
I know.
They're absolute frauds.
I want them so bad.
Cowboy fans know it, too. They know their season's going to come to a crashing end the second week of January.
So let's just, hypothetically right now, it could be you get the New York Giants, if you're the Niners, maybe the Cowboys, and then Philadelphia. I would love to run through the NFC East.
That would be cool.
It would be
That would be cool.
Spectacular. And also, Philadelphia. I know, Bonte, you fear them. I'm watching that game. They're throwing the ball down the field way too much in the weather conditions. Sirianni gets a little too cute for my liking. I'm just going to say, I want Philly. I've been saying this for about 3 or 4 weeks now. I think the Niners could punk them. I really do.
Let me say this about Philadelphia, because I watched a lot of that game, too. And you know me, and we said this last week. I got the binoculars.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to watch them from afar. Because at some point, there may be a collision course. Now, at some point, they may get knocked in the second round, and the Niners may be hosting an NFC Championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't leave the middle of the field open, because the Bears one time blitzed the safety, just Jalen Hurts ran right up the middle.
Yeah.
It was an easy read. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are legit.
Yes.
But Mooney, Ward, and Lenore play physical.
Yes.
And they haven't seen corners like that. They haven't. And then you just got hitters on defense.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts got hit a couple times in that game. I said, if that's Drake Greenlaw, Fred Warner Jr., or Hufanga,
he ain't getting up.
You're not getting up.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then you got Nick Bosa, so they don't stick with the run. They get pass happy at times. And their defense, I believe you can run the ball on them.
Oh, 100%.
Their linebackers look small.
100%.
And if you get to the second level on them, I think McCaffrey can have a big day against them. But we'll get there when we get there.
No, I know. I just
remember last year in Philadelphia, I know it's not an easy place to play. But again, thinking about that crowd, if you take a lead, they start getting squirmy. They start getting queasy. And then all of a sudden, they start booing, and they get quiet, and they start getting cranky, and they lose their patience. And that energy affects that team. You saw that last year with the Niners in week 2.
I think Philly's more physical than these other teams, but there are certain teams in the league, Cincinnati, Kansas City at times. And I think Cincinnati and Kansas City.
Cincinnati looks scary right now.
They can be very physical at times as well. But the one thing that when you're a pass-happy team and you get into January, you see this with Green Bay year after year after year. They're all predicated on the pass. And then you get into January and it's so cold and it's so miserable, you can't throw. And so the ethos of your team is almost completely, put a pin right through the balloon and it pops because you can't do what made you so special in the regular season in the winter. And I'm looking at the 49ers, I'm like, everything that they do, short controlled passing game, running the ball, hard-nosed defense, get after the quarterback, that all translates to January.
No doubt about it.
Everything. So
everything.
I don't really fear anybody. And I'm watching Sirianni's team try to throw the ball down the field. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think fear is the appropriate word anymore. When you have a defense like this that the Niners have, I don't think I fear anybody in the NFC either. That I think was the biggest takeaway that I had where, when I saw the tweets about the 2 seed on Saturday, in my opinion, I don't give a damn. It's kind of like the Golden State Warriors.
100%.
If the Warriors finish in the top 6, I don't care about home court advantage. They will go the first 2 games on the road. They will steal one, come back to Chase Center, and smoke you in games 3 and 4. That's how I feel about the Warriors.
Yes.
That's how I feel about the Niners. Now, would I want to go to Minnesota? No. Do I want to go on that turf? No. Do I want to play in that dome? No. Do I want to see Justin Jefferson? Absolutely not. He's a game wrecker and a game changer. But I saw Dalvin Cook tap out against the Niners multiple times over the last 4 years. I see Kirk Cousins against a pass rush, throw it up and throw picks. I don't fear the Vikings like that. I would rather save a flight, but Minnesota scares nobody. And then when you think about Philadelphia, Shasky, You're right on these aspects. Is Jalen Hurts going to be able to run around like that?
I don't
Can he
know.
just throw fade routes like that to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith?
Yeah, is
and
Miles
Dallas
Sanders
Goedert?
going to be able to get to the edge on our team? Because he wants to get to the edge. He's not going to run between the tackles.
Are you going to be able to run 300 yards against that Niners front?
No. What's the best rushing attack against this 49er front?
I don't know. Now, again, you get a win in Chicago. Chicago's playing, that's their Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, look, at the end of the day, he throws for 315 yards. He throws to 2 picks, however.
Yes.
And he got bailed out with the run game.
And they got a couple of penalties to extend drives.
They did. But you got 2 stars at wide receiver. Those guys are good. Those guys are really good.
Absolutely.
Their defense, we'll see. They play Dallas next week. It's a good litmus test. I think we're all going to be locked in on that.
100%. I just look at the NFC East, and I'm so surprised by this division in general. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if they are really that great, the division in general, or if it's a byproduct of them playing against the subpar NFC South and what's going on in the North. There are some bad teams. I don't think the Bears are as bad as their record indicates. I actually think they play really hard.
They do.
And they just don't have any weapons to move the ball on offense.
I agree. And they traded everybody on defense to get picks to reload for next season.
Exactly.
Because the NFC North is going to be up for grabs.
Yeah, and then the Packers suck.
Yeah.
They just suck.
They're going to fade. The Vikings will. Are they going to be consistently good? I don't know. And then you got the Lions coming.
I like the Lions.
Dude, I love Dan Campbell. I do. I really do. I watch every Sunday. I think about the Detroit Superfan because we still follow him.
I still follow him, exactly.
He is so jacked up.
Good for him.
Good for him. I feel good for him because remember when he came on, he was humble.
Yeah.
He said, look, man, we respect the 49ers. We just want a winner out here.
Statement or not?
I do want to see Detroit, and I know Minnesota just built a new stadium. This will never happen. They got to play outdoors. Watching that Buffalo-Miami game at night.
So cool.
I'm so glad Buffalo's not going to have a dome.
Our boy Anthony Slater was out there.
Oh, was he?
He was out there. I texted
looking like
with him.
Jim Harbaugh
Dude,
and 17 pairs of khakis.
He had his Dolphins gear on, and he was like, it's not that cold. It's going to be a close game. I was like, you know what? It may be a close game. So I kept Jalen Waddle in all my lineups. Thank God.
Waddle
but
dance?
that game, the Waddle dance, it looked sick in Orchard Park.
Just seeing the snow come down as Josh Allen slinging it in there.
In the last drive.
It's incredible.
Oh, the snow came down earlier, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, but at the end, it made it even better.
It's funny because the game pops on, and she goes, whenever you watch a Buffalo game, the weather's always crazy. I was
love
like, that's Buffalo.
Yes.
I want to go there so bad for a game.
I do too.
So bad. But
I don't trust Buffalo, though, for a couple of reasons. Like
they don't rely on the run game. It's all passing.
That's number one. And number two is, Josh Allen, they're asking too much of him.
Dude, he's running.
Yeah.
He's reckless with the football. He throws it up. He's fumbling left and right. He's taking too many shots. The team in the AFC that we haven't talked about.
Cincinnati.
Exactly. Joe Burrow's that dude. Joe Burrow is sick. He's sick. I mean, they were down 17-0, and it felt like they hadn't even kicked off yet. They were like, you know what? Let's just get on the board before halftime. And they just started hitting in the second half.
I can hear Nicotina in my head. Chris like Kringle, Cincinnati like a Bengal.
Always got to rival sports team.
I mean, it's the best.
It is the best.
I think Cameron had a couple of Cincinnati Bengal raps.
Cameron's got like this show.
I love Cameron.
He's got like this little, like, I think it's a YouTube show or something like that.
I'm going to look it up.
Dude, and he like comments on sports.
Does he?
It's pretty wild. Because he went off on Ben Simmons.
Well, my favorite, I know, because he paid for money and he was sitting on the sideline. My favorite was when he did that Sports Center beat.
Oh, yeah.
Let him know. Yeah. So good.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM, and AC1. San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And don't forget, you can also watch us every single day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel while you are there. 888-957-9570. 888-957-9570. For Niner fans out there, does having a 2-seed matter to you? Does having the 2-seed really matter in the NFC playoffs? And as you chew on that, and as you line up the lines here, 888-957-9570, we'll also read some comments on YouTube, Twitch, and the Xfinity Mobile text line. We do have to revisit one of the sickest plays I've ever seen. It happened in Las Vegas yesterday.
sickest or?
Now on a 3rd and 10, 3 seconds left. Jones will give it to Stevenson. He started right. He runs it up the middle, hit by Chandler. Jones slips the hit across the 45 with a stiff arm. Off a tackle at the 40. He lost the football, and Jacoby Myers picks it up. He circles back, and he throws it across the field toward Mac Jones. It's picked up by Chandler Jones. He breaks away to the 30. He runs to the 20. He runs to the 10. He runs to the end zone. Unreal. Touchdown. Raiders.
Good night. This might be one of the dumbest teams I've ever seen.
And a victory for Las Vegas.
I don't know what to say. You think Miami was bad? We're down here, the Miracle of Miami. This is a heads roll type freaking play right here. Oh my God.
Chandler Jones, originally a Patriot. Jacoby Myers throwing it back across the field. Jones intercepts, and he runs through Mac Jones. Tried to bring him down. Gone for a game-winning score.
Now, earlier in the game, they were lining up to hit a punt, and Jabril Peppers wasn't set and wasn't paying attention, and the punt got blocked. I don't know if you saw that in the game. I
did see that,
The special teams coach was losing his mind.
This might be one of the dumbest teams I've ever seen.
You know what's crazy is that...
Scott Zolek, by the way, that's the color analyst.
Oh, WEI.
Yeah. It's 98.5 Sports Hub. Patriots Radio Network.
Oh, okay. There you go. What's interesting to me is that for as great as Belichick is, he sure's got some clunkers at the end of games on his resume.
Dude, he's got some clunkers. They all do.
But when you coach that long, you do. You have no doubt about it.
Get some clunkers.
But B, to see them lose that way, first off, Stevenson gets a great run. It's not a hook and ladder play. He's going rogue. This isn't even on Belichick. This is like Jacoby Myers being an idiot. Stevenson throws it back to him. I don't even know why. Just at that point, go down. It's a tie game.
So I'm in the newsroom at NBC. It's right before pregame live. And the office just erupts because the Patriots game on. So I thought the Patriots scored on the last play.
Was there a bunch of Jakes in there?
No Jakes in there. No Jakes. A bunch of Taylor Wirfs, a bunch of Tristy Rodriguez's, Garrett Burks, Monty Pools, Jonathan Sacties, you name it. Our boy J-Dub. Yeah. Dan Dempster. Do I got any other names? Fast Eddie, who listens to the roast. What up, Fast Eddie?
Fast Eddie Guerrero.
Fast Eddie, what's up?
Why is he Fast Eddie?
I don't know. It's Eddie, and I don't know. Fast Eddie became a nickname somehow, some way. Well, there was a guy I worked with at KVR. I love you, Eddie. Don't hate me for this. He was an intern. He was so slow on cutting sound and getting things done that I just called him Fast Eddie.
Oh.
Just say Fast Eddie, what's happening, baby?
It's like Little John when he's really big in Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly. Little John. So that's why. But anyway, the newsroom erupts. I'm thinking, oh my God, the Raiders lost. Oh my God, the Raiders lost on the last play of the game.
Another double-digit lead.
Do you blame me for that?
No.
I can't believe Jacoby Myers did that.
It was
and to see Mac Jones get stiff-armed like that, Madden.
So if you didn't see the highlight and you're living under a rock, Stevenson gets like a 20-yard run, pitches it back to Jacoby Myers for whatever reason. Jacoby Myers turns and throws a left-handed wobbler back 15, 20 yards, and Chandler Jones for the Raiders just goes up, intercepts it, stiff arms Mac Jones, who's the only defender, and then dances into the end zone.
So here's Jacoby Myers on the play.
God, it's unbelievable.
Trying to do too much. Trying to be a hero, I guess you could call it. Kind of. I ain't see the dude back there try to throw the ball. Like I said, I was just doing too much, you know what I'm saying? So just went down the ball.
Jacoby, I'm assuming you knew the score was tied at that point, and was there any communication?
No, that was just me. That was me.
There was no communication in the huddle, though.
I promise you, that was just me trying to make a play.
Poor guy.
So did you hear Belichick after the game? They asked Belichick, why didn't you throw a Hail Mary or call a Hail Mary?
Yeah, because Mac's got such a great arm.
He said he couldn't throw it that far. Damn.
Well, it was the pause, too. There was like a 5-second pause where he's just like looking at the reporter. And I'm watching I would literally die if Belichick gave me that long of like a glower while answering that question.
During the break, I know we're asking on the fly. You got to give me the Belichick sound from yesterday.
No, let me find it right now.
Yeah, give me the Belichick sound from yesterday.
Is there anybody out there that still wants Mac Jones?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks so garbage. Gosh. The guy can't move. He can barely throw. He's so mediocre. He doesn't see the field. Like, he be in any other year, he's a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's a high second. I mean, a lower 2nd round pick because the team gets desperate. Like, what was his skill set? Throwing to the greatest wide receiver trio that we've ever seen in our lives.
He throws to Devontae Smith every other play.
Newsflash, Devontae, baller. Jalen Waddle, baller.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jameson Williams, baller.
Mechie will be a baller
Yes.
down in Houston. Here's Belichick from yesterday.
I can't
after they
believe he
lost
got
to the
stiff armed
Raiders.
so hard like that.
Bill, in the final play, situationally, how do you weigh what was called as opposed to taking a shot at the end zone?
Taking a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, like a Hail Mary, 55 yards
Couldn't
away,
throw
getting
that
it as
far.
deep as you could.
Yeah, couldn't throw it that far.
One more time, man.
He's livid.
One more time. I want to count the seconds and a pause.
Bill, in the final play, situationally, how do you weigh what was called as opposed to taking a shot at the end zone?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, like a Hail Mary, 55 yards
Couldn't
away,
throw it
getting
that
it as
far.
deep as you could.
Yeah, couldn't throw it that far.
Couldn't throw it that far. Couldn't throw it that far.
How is he so reserved?
Oh,
I'd be livid.
Dude, he just stares at you, too. And he's
I mean, what would be worse, getting yelled at or having Belichick just glower at you like that?
I didn't even know that was a word. What was that word?
Glower?
Glower? Yeah,
You learned
it's
that at the University of Miami?
Yeah, man, private school. It's big education.
That's what he's doing with Mario Cristobal's scouting.
Glower?
That
a
third
good one.
third ranked recruiting class.
I thought you were going to say just gleaming at you or staring. I guess
That ball is bounding down the line. When people say that, I'm always like,
glowering.
ball's bouncing. What are you talking about bounding? What does that even mean?
Hey, when we get back for the new year, after we celebrate Christmas, come back at the new year, we may have to do Lubman's Word of the Day.
Ooh, I like that.
Like that?
I do.
Lubman's Word of the Day, he has to use it in a sentence to describe what happened with our sports teams.
Lubman's lexicon.
Ooh, there we go. Look at us. Look at us contenting on air.
Jake, this is why I get paid the big bucks here, bud.
Dig. I come up with the idea. He comes out with the wordplay. Yep. It's boom. Peanut butter and jelly, baby.
I'm like Bayer. I don't make the products that you use. I make the products that you use better. You guys don't remember that commercial, do you?
I don't have an ego.
The Eagles are flying this morning. All right, more football talk. 888-957-9570. Line them up. After what you saw in the NFC yesterday, are you afraid of anybody in the NFC? Does the 2 seed matter? Does it matter? Plus, we got some Romanowski sound on Brock Purdy.
Okay.
I tell you what about Brock Purdy, okay? You won't want to miss the sound, okay?
Number 53, he pulled the foghorn. Did you see that 2 weeks ago?
I did see that.
Tampa Bay game?
I did see that.
Hey, let's get fired up. And then he swore like 8 times.
Yeah, he's out of control, dude. He's out of control, and I'm here for it. All right, that's coming up on the game, sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises, and Boxer & Gerzer, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years.
Need a great gift idea? Head to Outdoor Supply Hardware. Whether you're shopping for a DIY doer, green thumb go-getter, choose gifts they'll love from a huge selection of name brands, or buy an Osh gift card. Shop Osh with 14 locations and at Osh.com. Osh, home, hardware, and happiness.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does, and is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in the Bay Area, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/San Francisco. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
Tune in to 95.7 The Game for Warriors Live, 60 minutes before tip-off of every Warriors game. Brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
Have you considered walking through another door? I don't mean to pursue another opportunity, but upgrading a door in your home. Now, if you are in fact looking for another opportunity, Golden State Window and Door can provide you with plenty. You can create renewed function and design for use indoors and out. You'll find modern options like Marvin's Elevate In-Swing French Door, Barn Doors by Trustyle, or Anderson Big Doors that welcome in natural light. Golden State Window and Door features a variety of materials, sizes, and glass options. You can get inspired by the many possibilities when you visit goldenstatelumber.com. Click on virtual tours and you'll discover beautifully planned displays of doors and windows of all kinds that will spark your imagination. Then, talk with our builder or designer to see what might be a good fit for your home. Serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. Golden State. When you succeed, we succeed.
Stretch your lashes to new heights with CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. Up to 60% longer looking lashes. It's an instant lash extension effect. Lift, stretch, and lengthen with a lightweight formula infused with biotin, peptides, and pro-vitamin B5 for strength and protection against breakage. Looking for a lash extension in a bottle? Try CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara for up to 60% longer lashes. From easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With car prices at an all-time high, our donors are now getting highest receipts ever. Don't miss out for 2022. Donate at carsforkids.org and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2022.
Neuropathy pain? Call Dr. Robert Dees, DC, 925-393-0100.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. It's good news for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state and struggling to pay them back. The IRS is now making it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in this current economic downturn, qualifying for this program will settle your delinquent tax problem, end all collections, and may even reduce your back taxes by up to 99%. For this free information and to see if you qualify, call the hotline at the Tax Hardship Center by dialing 800-411-6406. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes and cannot afford to pay them, there's no need to worry. You may now qualify to settle your delinquent tax problem and save thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-411-6406. 800-411-6406. That's 800-411-6406.
ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner are coming to Shoreline Amphitheater August 10th, and 95.7 The Game has your tickets. For your shot to win and get in the running for the grand prize, 2023 Shoreline Lawn Pass. Head to 957thegame.com.
Poole through a series of staggered screens, gets it open, look at buries a three. Jordan Poole with 30 points, Jim.
Make it 33 with that three.
Ah, okay. Well,
it's a slow clock there for you.
Slow clock, okay. It's been slow clocks all night long here in Toronto.
It's JP with the Golden State Warriors. Now back to the morning roast with Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky.
JP with the career high 43 points. Tim Roy on the call right here on 95.7 The Game as the clocks. The clocks of Toronto. We'll get to that in just a second. The first quarter felt like it lasted an hour. We could ask Kevon Looney about it. Or Willard and Kyle Matson can ask Von Looney about it. He's going to join 95.7 The Game at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
I guess they're going to be getting it.
Yeah, getting money with Kevon Looney, getting fit age, money, all that stuff.
Too Short told me in 1994 when this album came out that this was his last album.
Yeah, he lied. That check came, and he was like, "No, I need a couple more albums."
He's like the Brett Favre of rap.
He like
liar. Well, no, I shouldn't use Brett Favre as an example.
No.
anymore.
Leave that one.
Yeah, no. But I meant like the retiring coming out.
Tom Brady? Is that the new one?
Tom Brady's a good one.
Tom Brady's a good one.
He hasn't ruined it yet.
It's a lot of boxers too. Boxers do that all the time. Floyd Mayweather retired like 7 times.
Yeah,
He'd cry after this is my last fight.
And Brady's married to football.
Right.
Too Short's married to the game.
Right. Yeah. But you don't think about Too Short. And by the way, shout out to Too Short. He had the street named after him.
I saw that.
Yeah, street named after him.
That would be pretty cool. On my list of things that I would want to have happen, I have to admit, having a street name named after you is probably right up there.
Yeah, street name.
I mean, I'll be happy with a park bench.
Listen, I'm happy that Millbrae Pancake House got our photo up there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his lips.
I know. I seen that.
We're next to Festus's.
I know. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I heard they might knock Festus's over and make ours a little bigger.
Blow it up. Blow it up to an 11 by 14.
Just to fit your head.
Listen. I heard that. You guys got jokes today. You got little jabs. Okay.
I'm in my bag.
Look, man, I'm going to wear a crown into the studio tomorrow. How about that? Listen. What was I going to say? Too Short. We forget about the Too Short phase, the Atlanta phase. So he's making the tapes in Oakland.
Yeah.
He's got the
And he
90s
moved
stuff.
because him and Looney's got in a fight.
Yeah, in a fight.
At Sobrani Park.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes to Atlanta, and we forget about the Atlanta phase of Too Short, which really blew up on. I think it took him to another level.
Todd Shaw was making hits down in Atlanta.
Hits.
What's my favorite word? Chasing the cat.
Milkshake.
Oh yeah, well that's.
And then what's the other one? Khalees.
Bosse.
Yeah,
Is it Khalees? I say Kehlani?
Yeah, Khalees.
Yeah.
Bosse.
Yeah.
We forget Too Short had the verse on the end. Shut up, man. You a boss, chick. I was sick. Too Short is hard. But shout out to Too Short. He's got a street named after him.
Blow the Whistle might be the best sports song made in the last 20 years.
By the way.
What?
Blow the Whistle. Did you hear Fitz in his bag? Was it Friday in Philadelphia?
Refresh my memory.
So early in the game, he goes, this could be a Too Short remix. Don't blow the whistle. Or something like that. I forget the exact line he used. I said, Fitz is having a Jordan Game 6 flu game type of season on the microphone. I mean, he's bringing out all the stops. All the stops. I mean, I said, Fitz, I didn't know Fitz listened to Too Short, but obviously he goes to every arena.
Yeah.
So he probably hears this like, man, they play this in every arena. For the mean streets of Seven Tail, Fitz dropping 2 short lines.
I mean, it's Sarah High School.
It is. By the way, we have a poll question up.
What's the poll question?
Morning Roast 957. Sam Lubman put it up there. Or was it One Take Jake? Who'd you rather see? What would you rather see Bonte and Shasky do? A field goal competition or a penalty kick competition?
Oh.
I'm going to click on penalty kicks, and 55 votes in. Penalty kicks are winning. 62%.
I want to see you with the big Mickey Mouse white goalie gloves. The ones that like make your hands look ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want to see you with that, and then me and some Sambas trying to kick the ball into the net.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm going to wear the most ridiculous neon green / purple goalie jersey you can imagine.
Oh.
I'll buy soccer cleats just for this matchup.
Would you?
Yeah. I'm going to touch all the posts. Come on, Shasky, let's go.
Touch all the posts.
I may even lick the post like I eat the grass.
You're going to start
like you lick the Gucci?
Yeah, you lick the Gucci. I lick the Gucci.
Loveman couldn't wait to get in there with that.
It's one of my favorite lines on the show.
I'm enunciating here, folks. I like to lick the Gucci. Gucci. I like to eat the grass, and I like to lick the post. I'm going to lick the post.
All right,
and I'm going to smell the net.
It feels like...
And then, by the way, Rossi, every time music is brought up, you two drop some bangers. Either of you have an iTunes with the playlist. I don't, but we could do that for you, Rossi. At Sizzle_Pie415. And he's got the Giants hat, no shirt on. He's got rocks. You can do that when you got no body fat. Could just have an avatar with no shirt on. Kind of jealous of that.
Did you get all your Christmas shopping done?
I haven't even started.
You haven't even started?
Yeah. I'm behind on everybody here.
I know that we threw out the second seed. I feel like it's not hitting people this week.
It's not.
So let me
Nobody
ask you
cares.
this. Let me ask you this one because I've had this in the back pocket.
Do you feel like that? Do you care about the 2 seed?
No, because I watched this team go on the road last year and curb stomp everyone.
I kind of want them to go on the road so we can travel and go on the road too.
Yeah, well, I wanted the Warriors to play in Miami South Beach, and that didn't work out last year.
Yeah, well, our significant others would have been on that trip too.
I don't know if Michelle would have went, but I definitely would have went.
Oh, Anna was like, "Oh, they're not going to Miami? Yeah, whatever. Have fun in Boston."
Oh, so she pulled a Bonte. No LeBron, no Bonte.
No Miami, no Anna.
Yeah. No Moss.
Damn, no Moss. No done.
No, I was just thinking like, okay, for gifts, right? If you were to rank, all right, if you were to rank right now the best gifts to get a Bay Area sports fan, how would you even begin to start ranking them? So, like, for right now, I'm looking at tickets, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I know the 49ers have punched their ticket for one home playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a game? We don't know if the Warriors are going to make playoffs. Is there a game on the Warrior regular season or Giants regular season that would supersede, if you were going to buy someone tickets, is there one game that would supersede that 49er playoff game right now, knowing what we know? Would the Aaron Judge weekend in New York, would that supersede a 49er home playoff game? If you were to get your significant other or a family member, someone that you care about.
Depends on the playoff team, right?
Oh, does it?
I think so. Say if the Cowboys come into Levi Stadium for the NFC Championship.
But we don't know that right now.
We don't know that right now.
Well,
right
what if
now,
it's like the first round? If it's like Washington or
Yeah,
Detroit?
okay, let's just say it's one of them.
Let's start small and work our way up.
So what do you think? Is there a game on the Warriors schedule, like a LeBron AD, because you know how AD's hurt? Who knows?
Yeah.
Is there like a LeBron and Steph might not play? Like, it's tough, right?
I assume it could be like a game on like a different day. It doesn't have to like be on the same day as the playoff game.
I right now would go Niner playoff game.
Okay.
I would go Niner playoff. Because the Giants, although they have Carlos Correa, we've seen the Dodgers Giants. I guess the first time around seeing it, it'd be a Niner playoff game.
Yeah, I think so
It'd
too.
be a Niner playoff game.
I think so too.
The only way it could be a Warriors game is if it's a Warriors playoff game.
Okay, now let's take an even farther step. I give Bonte the magical time machine to go to one game in Bay Area sports history. What's that game?
Oh.
You could be alive or not.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Could happen before you were born.
It's got to be the catch game. It's a madhouse, a candlestick. Vince
That's
Scully.
the one?
I think it's either that one. Oh, no. It's got to be Cowboys 94-95, that NFC Championship game. I would be there. Troy Aikman throwing the pick to Eric Davis, the pick that rocked the stick. They're up 21-0. Yeah. The Niners are in the throwbacks. It's a muddy field. Emmitt Smith and company are coming back. Chris Bonio misses a chip shot field goal. You got Matt and Summerall in the booth. Give me at that game.
Okay.
I got to be at that game.
But
I know. Yeah. That's why I knew you were going to say that.
I know. Man, that's a
I'm
good
surprised
one.
you didn't say the catch game.
I think Lubman.
I was at that game. I was in Noreen's belly.
Yeah, I was. Lubman, before I answer mine, what would yours be? I'm sure it'd be like,
Giants related.
It was the game that Dustin Hermanson closed out in 2005.
Hermanson was actually closer in 2004 with Matt Hergis, so let's get those numbers right.
Accuracy.
Well, first off, the fact that I have to correct you on a date, that never happens. Usually the other way. If I'm going to go with a game, obviously catch game, I feel like that's like every Bay Area sports fan. That's probably like a base one. I kind of would like to do Cal Stanford play. Wouldn't like to be there for that. I hear my dad talk about it a lot.
Really?
I think it'd be kind of cool.
You know what?
Two teams.
If 40 years later, my dad still beams about being there.
Lubman, I'll back you up on this. The play between Stanford and Cal with the band coming on the field is a top 4 play in Bay Area sports history.
Oh, hands down, yeah.
Hands down. I'm with you there. Just want to take Jake in the back after the phone.
If I got to think of like a Giants game, though, I know it was recent, but I would have.
Just one game. Let's keep it one game.
All right, fine. I'll keep out the play then.
Yeah, the play. You said it. The play. Stand on yours, Lubman.
Right.
Stand on
yours. What if I made you do pros?
Sorry, say it again.
You have to pick professionals.
Professionals.
And crank your mic down just a little.
You don't have to crank it all the way down.
You know, think about it. The first one that comes in my head, just because I wasn't here, I had to watch it on TV, was the Travis Ishikawa walk-off.
Ooh, that's a good one.
NLCS.
That's good.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Also, another one that my dad was at, Game 3 of the 89 World Series. Be there.
Wow. That's a great call. Wow.
Yeah.
So I think mine would be the 1988, January 89, Joe Montana Drive against Cincinnati. That's the one that I think I would want to be at.
I thought it was just in the Bay Area.
Oh, my bad. Well, I was going my teams.
All right, gotcha. No, that's a great one.
Because I would want to be sitting next to John Candy.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Look, there's Shasky.
Yeah.
Candy.
And then you from John Candy seat, you could be like, hey, John, That's Harris Barton. Hey, that's Roger Craig. Hey, John, you know who Jerry Rice is and John Taylor?
Brent Jones should be on this play, but he can't find his helmet. So we're going to throw to John Taylor.
And he's going to line up at tight end. He's going to line up at tight end, and we're going to throw him a quick slant.
It's the final Bill Walsh game. Yeah. It's against Sam Weiss.
That's a great game.
His predecessor, a guy that he tutored for many years. And I love Boomer Esiason. Like, I always love Boomer. I love lefties. Right. So I love Boomer Esiason. I loved Ickey Woods. That Bengals team was fun.
Yeah. No, that's a great game to be at. I thought about, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought about saying the NFC Championship between the New York Giants and the 49ers, but it was a loss.
Well, the one where Leonard Marshall and Pepper Johnson
knocked out Joe Montana and Lawrence Taylor came up with the fumble.
It's not bad.
That's a game I would want to be at. I'd also want to be at, I'm a sick individual. Just call me sick. I'd want to be at Seattle for that NFC Championship game, the body bag game, the ultimate body bag game.
It's pretty epic.
I thought about the losses, but I want to keep it positive. But I'm a sick individual where I would want to be at those games and walk out so sad. Like, even though the Niners lost to the Rams last year, the NFC title game.
Oh, that was one of the great sports moments of my life. It was awesome.
It was one of the greatest days of my life.
Absolutely.
It was unbelievable. You, Papa Shasky, we had Ryan, we had Worldwide Half. Rocco. Fahey was there, Dacre was there, Sino was there.
The whole city.
It was unbelievable. Mondo. The photo we have in front of SoFi with the random dude from Fresno with the pigtail saying,
that's right.
I'm getting in this when he got all the neck tattoos. Y'all getting in this photo. And not one of us is going to tell him, no, you can't be in this photo. I was like, no, you go ahead and crouch down in front. It's all good, homie. It's all good.
Why in my head was I wanting to say, just to piss you off, I wanted to be at the Keys Are Wrong Way game with Jim Marshall going in the wrong direction. Just in my mind, I wanted to say that just to piss you off.
Maybe I could have just said I was at Wrigley Field for Gale Sayers scoring 6 touchdowns against the Niners.
Does anyone want to be at the 4 home run game for Willie Mays?
Nobody brought that up. Let's go to Matt in San Rafael.
Hey, Matt.
He has a game that he will want to go to.
Let's hear it.
What's happening? It's fun. Matt. Going once.
Phenomenal. You are my exclusive listen in the morning.
Thank you.
And I'm listening to Sports Talk. So I was fortunate enough to go to all the Niner home games from 73 to 98. So I saw the run. The catch is a good choice. The most emotional game I ever went to was a Saturday night game. Niners Detroit. It was Montana's last game.
Oh, yeah.
In the second half.
In the moisture.
Yeah. And I was actually crying because I knew it was his last game, and it was just so amazing to watch. But the best actual football game I ever saw was the Niners-Saints divisional round.
Totally agree.
Never saw anything like it.
Totally agree.
It was phenomenal.
Did you sit? Did you sit at all? I remember it was the first time I've ever been to Candlestick because when I started going to games with my dad, like they'd already won a Super Bowl, right? So the fan base didn't stand the whole game the way they did. That New Orleans game, every person in the entire stadium stood the whole game.
I heard it was a college atmosphere.
It's one of the greatest games, and it was a hot day.
It was hot. I wasn't at that game.
It was phenomenal. One last one, though.
Yeah.
In 80, the comeback against the Saints was fantastic.
Down 35-3 at halftime?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and we got some great ones on YouTube. 888-957-9570. This is a good one, Shasky.
You like that?
Yeah. What game would you want to go to that you weren't attending? We got some really good ones. Ben Brown on YouTube. Sharks Knights Game 7.
Ooh, that's a great one.
I was lucky I went there just to go. Just get out the house.
Yeah.
And people tell me it's one of the sickest hockey games ever, and I was like, wow.
Well, because the King showed up.
Right, the King showed up. And
that was an incredibly fun hockey game to watch.
Were you there too, Lubman?
I remember watching on TV. Pavelski goes down. They have that really long power play.
Because you know what?
Little Joe?
You know what, Lubman?
Little Joe Pavelski?
Big Joe Pavelski.
Big Joe.
The captain.
So then who's Little Joe?
I don't think there is a little. I guess bigger Joe would be Jumbo Joe.
Yeah, Jumbo Joe Thornton.
Yeah. So I guess, you could call
Little
him
Joe Pavelski. Isn't that what they called him?
They always call him the Big Pavelski, too. But
oh, I didn't know that. Number 16?
So that game, I remember Lutman used to go to a lot of Sharks games. He's the one who got me hooked up with a credential back in the day. I said, "Kid, you guys go to Sharks games?"
Team Teal.
Yeah, Team Teal. He was all about Team Teal.
I like
going down there. So that was a good game. That was also the same night Damian Lillard waved bye-bye to Oklahoma City.
Oh, that's right. The greatest picture of all time where he's like looking into the camera.
Looking into the camera, getting mobbed. That was sick.
On that Niner game.
Thrilla in Manila.
What?
Boxing
event. That's a good
Foreman
one.
Ali.
That's out of the Bay Area.
Yeah, out of the Bay Area. It's fine.
I'll accept
Game 4, Steph in Boston. We happen to be there for that one.
Let's just stop for a second. I think it's one of the greatest sporting events I've ever been to.
It was unbelievable.
And it's hands down the best basketball game I've ever been to.
Steph Curry at the end of the first quarter, when he looks into the Boston crowd and he's yelling at them in front of the Boston bench, I got up and said, this guy's They ain't losing this game.
It was
now,
incredible.
we thought walking out, remember we did the show that day, Bullet came on.
Yeah.
Bullet came on and surprised everybody.
That's right.
And he came out on the morning roast, and he gave us 25 minutes of absolute gold. Hot liquid magma, right?
Yes.
As Dr. Evil will say.
Liquid hot magma.
Liquid hot magma, excuse me.
Hot
Liquid hot magma. He
$1
came on,
million.
and we walked out of WEEI, and we said, we ain't losing this game.
Yeah.
Hey, I looked at every Boston fan that day. I said, hey, you ain't winning tonight. Now, deep down inside, I was like, you better not lose this game. It's over.
I was ready for war.
Friday night in Boston. That was a great sporting event. Tyler Miller, it was great. We believe Joseph Dotson. We believe Warriors 2007.
Yeah, good call.
That was a good call. Picking the stick would have been dope.
I was
to be
there
at.
for that one. That was incredible. It was a weird because we were celebrating, yet it was also a funeral. And then they still had playoff hopes on the line because they had to win week 17 as well. That was in week 16. It was really, really, really sad.
It was weird.
But
Eddie
that
D
was
was
incredible.
back. Eddie D was back in the building. That was a great day at Candlestick Park.
Just for a second, because that game had similar vibes to the New Orleans game.
Mm-hmm.
The pendulum swing of emotions in the final 6 minutes of the Niners-Saints game, that wild card matchup, or divisional round matchup, excuse me, I don't think I can think of a swing so dramatic one way, back, forth. You had, obviously, the Alex Smith run, one of the greatest runs of all time, with Joe Staley leading the way.
And Darren Sproles.
People are crying and hugging each other. And then Jimmy Graham scores. If he goes
Was
down...
it Jimmy Graham or Darren Sproles on that last? They both scored,
I know
right?
they both scored. I thought it was Jimmy Graham.
Maybe
And
Jimmy Graham,
Whitner missed a tackle or whatever, and it ended up helping them. They get the ball back with less than a minute to go. He hits Vernon Davis on that long little pass.
Frank Gore had a big play on that last drive.
Yes, he did. I mean, that was just incredible. That just... To this day, I have a photo right after it happened. It's one of the greatest photos I have in my collection.
Xfinity mobile text line. Nobody's mentioned this one.
What's that?
Gotta be Game 7 in Kansas City, 2014.
That's a great one.
Madison Bumgarner.
I would have sent him. Would you have sent him?
Oh, hell yeah. I scored.
Who was it? Was it
Make a
Juan
play.
Perez?
Juan Perez and Gregor Blanco.
Yes. Who was the left fielder?
Yeah, it was Perez and Blanco were the ones out there. And
We're out there rolling with Juan Perez and Gregor Blanco, dog.
Unbelievable.
That team was leaking major oil.
Yeah, they were. And then Pablo catching that ball out of bounds.
Buster's hug to Bumgarner.
It was incredible.
It wasn't a celebrate. It wasn't a it wasn't a hug that, we're like, hey, man, we won the World Series. We're jumping up and down. It was one of those hugs where he just looked exhausted. Like,
yes.
Thank you, Mad Bum.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mad Bum.
Oh, that playoff run took 5 years off his career.
No
I
doubt.
mean, that was unbelievable. It's just, I was thinking about best gifts. It's Christmas week. If you were to go to a game, what would that gift be? Now, later on, I want to ask, if you're buying someone a jersey right now, okay, you've got a 7-year-old daughter or son, who is the player that you're getting that it's not going to age poorly? It's got to be Steph Curry, right?
Carlos Correa.
Oh, boy.
Like, you look at some of the jerseys that you buy for somebody in your family, and you say to yourself, like, man, why did I get that Kevin Barlow jersey for him?
Yeah. No, it's Steph. It's Clay. It's Bosa.
You guys see the Niners are having a huge shortage of Brock Purdy jerseys right now?
That's not accurate, is it?
Yeah, I saw you. They're scrambling to make as more jerseys because they're just flying off the shelves right now.
I think
McCaffrey jerseys.
I do think the Will Clark jersey is timeless. That they're selling right now at the dugout.
They don't sell enough Jeff Kent jerseys.
I totally agree.
But I'm just looking at the Niners right now.
Yeah.
Bosa, Fred Warner Jr.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good ones. I mean, I still see Willis jerseys, and they age well. A Willis jersey ages well.
It does age well. Bowman? I don't see too many Bowman jerseys.
I got a Bowman.
But I don't see too many 53s.
No, you don't, but I got one. It was hard to find them. That was when they had the weird neck. Remember the weird Reebok neck?
The real Reebok neck with the little white lines, and then they had the NFL shield for a while.
I got rid of my Crabtree one.
The Reeboks were terrible.
Didn't fit right.
Let's go to Chris and Concord.
Yeah.
Chris and Concord, what's happening? You're on the roast. Chris. Going once?
Sports.
What's up, Chris? Sorry, man. We got...
Hey, sorry about that. Just chiming in on best sports events that I've been to.
What is it?
Probably would have to be that 20th win for the Oakland A's when Hatterberg did the walk-off.
That's pretty sick.
They made a movie about it. So, I mean, it was a great moment.
The A's were in some epic games. Like, I want to hear somebody, and I know this kills fans, but like, the Derek Jeter play. The Derek Jeter play is one of the all-time greatest plays in baseball history. You want to say it's a fluke? Okay, fine. You want to say it's a heartbreaker? I get that. It's one of the greatest plays ever. Because you were talking about the Niners losing to Sherman. It's one of the great NFL plays of all time.
No doubt. Another game. I'll throw another game out there.
Huh.
Chicago, 88 NFC Championship game. You brought up the Super Bowl.
When the finesse-ass 49ers?
When the finesse-ass 49ers kicked the Chicago Bears' ass in the frigid cold.
Yeah.
And it was freezing. That would have been a sick game to be at.
Yeah,
To go to Chicago in that weather, knowing what they went through that season, winning 6 in a row and going on the run late in the year. You had the quarterback controversy with Steve Young and Joe Montana. Bill Walsh should go on local television and said, yes, we have a full-blown quarterback controversy, which I wish Shanahan came out and said that in the training camp first week. We have a full-blown quarterback controversy here in Santa Clara, and we're going to have a battle. It would be fire. It'd be electric.
I was listening to the audiobook of Steve Young, QB. It's a great book. And he goes, I got traded. And, he said to me when the trade was getting consummated, Joe Montana's never going to play football again. He's got a back injury and an elbow injury. He's never going to play again, Steve. He shows up to the first training camp.
And lights it up.
Well, and there's Joe Montana already throwing. He goes, Bill. And Bill just smiled at him. And he's like, I thought I was the man.
Right. Joe's lighting it up. And dude, I got to watch the Peacock documentary again because Joe Montana is. I'm taking Joe Montana over Brady for one game. I'm convinced by that.
Why?
I'm convinced. The era, the defenses that he faced. Like Brady, although Montana played in the NFC West, which is down, the NFC West are strong. Very strong. When you think about Brady's rivals, the Colts, we don't think of them for defense.
No, although they did have some.
They had some good defenses.
Robert Mathis and
Dwight Freeney and Bob Sanders was good. They were good for a while. But
Bob was hurt a lot.
He was.
He was a great player, though.
Pittsburgh has some defenses, but they didn't have enough for Belichick. I don't know, man. I just, for one game, I got to go Joe. I've seen Brady lose the big game multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, how you feel is how you feel.
Yeah, how you feel. But no, that doc, just think about Joe coming back to training camp. It's like, yes, Steve, it's not your time yet. And then Randy Cross telling Steve, as a roommate, you're just not better than Joe.
Yeah.
That had to be humbling.
Yeah. It must have been really bad.
Really bad. Let's go to Ray, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Ray, San Francisco. What's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, man, I know the game didn't really mean anything, and it was no playoff, nothing, but that Clay 37-point quarter game, anybody that was there, we were exhausted. That was exciting. That was the most incredible, 12-minute stretch. I mean, he did everything. That's got to be an honorable mention right there.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. What did he take? 6 dribbles or something?
Yeah, no, that was the Indiana game where he scored 60. He had 11 dribbles.
11 dribbles.
And he had the ball for 88 seconds in his hand. 37-point quarter. Think about that. Even though, remember they blew a whistle on the foul, and he still chucked it up and he made it?
Yeah.
That's a game that ticks me off.
Why?
Because I decided not to go to that game. I was like, it's the Sacramento Kings. It's a Friday night. I'll just lay on the couch. I'll go out afterwards. It's the Kings. Cares?
The Kings.
The Kings.
It's the one game of the whole run that you didn't go to.
And he draws 37. I'm on the couch thinking to myself, I should have been there. I should have been there. You're sitting there you can't even enjoy it because you're so ticked off at yourself for not going. Oh, man, that was a great game. What other games? 888-957-9570.
What about the Sleepy Floyd game? I'd throw that in there.
Sleepy Floyd and Superman. That's a great game. The one game they got against the Lakers at the old Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. That's a good game. Let's go to John in Oakland. What game would you want to go to that you weren't at?
Game I want to go to is Game 6 OKC Warriors.
Oh,
back on the road.
That's the one.
Go off.
That's an awesome game.
Where did you watch that game?
I was watching that game at home and blew my mind.
I was up the Russian River. It was my uncle's birthday, and my 90-something-year-old grandmother was like, I love this basketball game. And we stood the entire time screaming at the television. Little tube TV, too. Everybody had flat screens. We still had that horrible tube TV.
How many times,
Standard def.
John, how many times during that game did you think that, damn, the season's over?
Was losing my mind, just the attitude, the atmosphere. I wish I was there to watch them crumble.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'll tell the story again.
Donovan.
I was with my guy Igor, the front office. He came over with this 8-foot tall bong. I laid on the couch, and we sat there by ourselves, stayed away from everybody, and we were just sitting there. And we're sitting there now. He was half baked. I think I was a little baked, but I remember every time out we kept looking at each other. We're only down 5. Damn, we're only down 7. Only down 3.
Pack another ball.
Man, like, oh boy, I need to relax. Like, damn, dude, like, they got a shot. They got a shot. And it was like, see you Monday at Oracle Arena. Game 7's underrated. Nobody talks about the Game 7 because Game 6 was so dramatic. People forget Game 7. They were down like 13 in that game.
Which one was the one where he got trapped in the corner and threw the ball in the middle?
Regular season game. When Steph Curry did the little weekend at Bernie's. And
I still, just some of the decision making, it's just, that Oklahoma City team, talk about the team with all the talent in the world and no results.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's go to England and Pacifica. England and Pacifica. What's happening?
Not much, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I'm going to go with Game 5 NLCS, Giants versus Cubs, where Clark hits that one up the middle.
He read his lips.
And scores 2.
Yep. Off of, do you remember who it was off of?
Mitch Williams.
Yes.
The same
Mitch
guy
Williams. Wild thing.
The same guy who gave up the home run to Joe Carter
Yeah,
in
with
Game
Kurt
6.
Kurt Schilling being a horrible teammate on the dugout. Yeah. That Cubs team had so many players, dude.
That Phillies team was so fraudulent. The Giants owned them that year in '93.
Yeah, they
were
should.
8-4 against them.
Don't even start me. And they also have a bunch of horrible human beings. Lenny Dykstra being the first.
I tell you what. I would not have wanted to been at that Dodger game when they got beat 12-1 on the last day of the regular season. That's one game I would not have wanted to attend.
Solomon Torres starting over Dave Righetti. One of the great. He's going to be the next one, Marichal.
The Giants were something like 14-3 or something down the stretch. They got fire, right? It was just, and I think all the losses were attributed to Solomon Torres.
Well, and Colorado Rockies lost like 19 games or whatever it was.
They didn't beat the Braves once.
Yeah.
Even Brian Hickerson, remember him?
Oh, yeah, Brian Hickerson, number 41, lefty.
Dude, he was even lights out down the stretch.
Yeah.
He was lights out. Slipped and Burkett winning 20 games. Oh, my God.
Trevor Wilson coming back, Bud Black. Come on. Mike Jackson, Dave Burba. You know I can name
Mike
that
Jackson.
team.
Mike Jackson in the 8th inning was so automatic.
Yeah.
He's so automatic.
And shooter. Brian Hickerson. I can't believe you went there.
Brian Hickerson. I loved Hickerson.
If you say Brian Hickerson, I go like 10 years later, Brad Hennessy. I don't know why, but I always Hickerson and Hennessy.
Hickerson, I remember a 3-game set at Atlanta County Fulton Stadium. He got the one win in that series against the Braves. Hickerson was dealing. Oh, man. What a team. What a team that was. Brian in Phoenix. What's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, guys. Big time caller. Love the show. I did have to take a little bit of break from listening when Shasky had that Skip Bayless take comparing Clay to Kyle Korver. But
hey, listen, I once said trade the number 2 overall pick for Antonio Brown, and that number 2 overall pick was Nick Bosa.
And you've missed out on some great content.
Yeah, it's not some fun times.
Duh.
But I'm back now. The game that I wish that I was at, not as big of a game. It was a regular season game, but I think it was 2016, the game that Steph made like that half quarter against OKC.
Oh, yeah.
Yup.
And I think he had like 12 threes, 50 points, and he started sea-walking on it.
Yeah, he's sea-walking, dude. That was an incredible game. He kept getting the switch on to Kyle Singler, and he just started cooking him. Draymond Green had one of the sickest stat lines in that game. He scored like 2 points, went absolute psycho at halftime, went berserk where Lisa Saucer was like, at halftime, security had to run to the Warriors locker room because he yelled at Steve Kerr. They're about to fight. He had like 2 points, like 17 rebounds, 15 assists, or some crazy stuff.
Chesapeake Bay
Chesapeake Bay Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in the arenas. I had to get in there.
Chesapeake Bay. Yeah. You know, I love Chesapeake Bay and the Thunder. By the way, 925, Xfinity Mobile text line. What's up, Carlos of Concord? Give me that Niners New York Giants game. Garcia versus Kerry Collins. First game I ever cried tears of joy as a kid. That was an incredible game. I watched that game with Wet Wet. Of course, you were there.
I was there with Mikey C sitting in the end zone.
I was on Wet Wet's couch in the Fillmore Center watching that game.
I'll never forget a fat New York Giants fan, and he was very big. 2 rows in front of us, wearing a Lawrence Taylor jersey, talking mad smack, got up and left with a minute and a half to go.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my Lord.
That was back when the stick was just ruthless place.
Ruthless.
God, Shockey got a touchdown in the corner, spit water at a fan.
Let's see. Maine 5-1-0.
All right.
What's going on? Oh, hang up on Brian. Maine 5-1-0. Game 6 playoffs against the Pelicans, where Mo Buckets gets the rebound and pass to Curry and makes it over AD. That was Game 3. Maine 5-1-0. Game 3 that series where Curry did that. It came back from 20 down. And I remember where I was with that one. I was cutting audio at a radio station when they were on a different station. And I cut like all those highlights. Couldn't really enjoy the game because it was like, wait a minute, it's going overtime? They were getting blown out. I was done, and all of a sudden, Curry hits a 3. And I'm like pressing F8, 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 F8. And there's all these lines in the Adobe Edition on F8. And I was like, oh, my gosh. That was a great game. Game 3 of that series, the first championship run. Let's go to GW in Sausalito. GW, what's happening? What game?
Hey, how are you guys? I
Good.
just want to say I'm a second-time caller, but a long-time listener. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Better. I told him one game, but I got 2. Okay, I'll be quick. The first one is LeBron James hitting that game winner over Iguodala.
Oh yeah,
regular season game.
Yeah,
and I was with my dad in that game, and even though we got beat, like to see LeBron do that and do a little fist bump or whatever he does walking down the court, I was like, ooh, that hurt, but it kind of hurt real good in a weird way. And then the other game is it's the A's when they lost against the Royals. And I was watching that with all my buddies, and their game seemed like that took forever.
The wild card game?
When Suzuki, who was the catcher that couldn't throw?
Derek Norris.
Derek Norris.
And John Lester.
Yeah.
At GW, we found out John Lester couldn't throw the first base.
Johnny Lester.
Okay. I don't know if I want to walk through that game again.
Sorry.
Yeah, no doubt.
No
doubt.
It hurt so good, but I appreciate what you guys are doing, man. It's a pleasure listening to you.
Good call.
Thank you.
Back down memory lane.
Hey, the A's have had some great moments. I remember Giambi hit a walk-off against the Yankees. They swept them at the Coliseum. They've had some really, really good moments.
Was it the Josh Hamilton missed fly ball in the
that's
outfield?
right. And they rallied
on
to
the
win
final day of the year?
Yeah, they rallied to win the AL West.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
510 Xfinity Mobile text line. Wanted to be in the building when Baron Davis dunked all over Andre Kirilenko.
Yeah.
That was a great game. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. 415 Xfinity Mobile text line. I was up in Packers country when I saw, it's Owen. Shout out to Joe Starkey when he caught it.
One of the
great moment.
games.
I was crying with about 30 seconds left because I said, I looked back at my grandmother, the late, great Lorene William Tindo, and I said, they can never beat the Packers. They own us. No one's did that. And I thought for sure the Niners were going to the Super Bowl. We don't want to bring up what happened next week with Garrison Hurst getting hurt on the first play of the game because those fraudulent-ass Falcons. And I digress. We're going to get into Brock Purdy next segment because Romo says some things because Brock Purdy maybe is real. And part of the belief that the Niners can run through the NFC is because a lot of people feel like Shanahan has the best quarterback he's ever been able to put his hands on. Brock Purdy has turned this system upside down. Now, I think Chris McCaffrey's the biggest difference maker, but a lot of people believe in Brock Purdy. So we'll get to that during the 8 o'clock hour plus Jim Barnett at 8:30. But let's go to Derek in Richmond. Derek in Richmond, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, how you guys? I'm going to top all you guys because I'm a little older than you. I've reached the 6.0 this year.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Huh?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. I remember seeing Reggie Jackson knocking the ball out of the Oakland Coliseum when I was a kid. And I also saw the greatest baseball player of all time, Willie Mays, catch a ball in the outfield with his glove behind his back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't remember what year because I was a kid, but I saw both of them, and I was just like, Willie Mays was Jordan before Jordan.
Yeah. Reggie Jackson.
It was Pelé, you know.
Wow.
We don't talk enough about Reggie Jackson in general, about what he did to usher flamboyance into sports in a positive way.
Right.
Like, you don't get a Steph Curry-like guy or even a Joe Burrow. You know, Joe Burrow's got this coolness to him. I think we go, Joe Namath. No, Reggie Jackson, I watched this whole baseball doc on Reggie Jackson. I underestimated his impact on culture in general. Reggie Jackson's like an icon.
I wish I was at that Giants game when they lost Game 7 to the Yankees. What was that, 62?
Yeah, with the line drive.
Yeah, Willie McCovey.
Well, it had rained.
Bobby Richardson.
It had rained for a week, really hard. They brought helicopters in to Candlestick to dry the field, and Mays hit a ball down the line that he said he normally would have had at least a triple on, and he ended up only getting a double because the field was so moist.
1984 Super Bowl, 49ers versus Dolphins, Joseph Dotson.
Palo Alto.
out there on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Sharks Vegas Night's getting a lot of love on YouTube. A lot of love, especially on the text line and Twitch.
You know who was at that Raider game yesterday as we talk about crazy miracles? Nash.
Nasher, I saw that.
Young Nash was out there.
He said, Mac Jones, you got 4 quarters to prove me wrong.
Well,
we know what happened there.
There are rumors on the internet saying that Brock Purdy makes that tackle on Chandler Jones.
Gosh.
Probably. Well, you could throw it that far, too.
Just 1 second. I just want approval rating in Boston for Mac Jones right now. After Bill Simmons, he's giving me Brady rookie vibes. Shut up, Bill.
Take Jake. Take Jake. It's your time to shine, Jake.
I'm so glad we didn't take Mac Jones.
Jake.
Last year, Mac Jones looked so comfortable under Josh McDaniels'
Till
systems.
about week 11.
And this year with, Matt Patricia running the offense, he looks like a complete shell of himself. So, get him an actual offensive coordinator who's called plays in the NFL before, and I think he'll be back to his old ways.
So you still believe in Mac won't take Jake?
I do.
I'm not mad at you.
As what?
As a competent NFL quarterback.
As the 9th best AFC quarterback?
Yeah, maybe 8th, maybe 7th.
Let's go to Ronnie in Oakland before we get to the injury report. I got something for you, Jake, coming out the break. I got something for you. Ronnie, what's happening?
What's up, B. Hill and Jasky?
What's up, baby?
The game for me probably would have been when Steph Curry broke the 3-point record. You know what I'm saying? That's the game for me.
Oh, in Madison Square Garden last year, yeah.
Yes. And Jasky, I didn't call him last week, but boy, major bars.
You like that?
I like that. Hey, you wrote the B well though.
Let's go,
that, bro.
I thought you did too. I was
like
impressed.
That. I'm thinking maybe me and Guru put a little duet together.
I would love that.
Little mixtape.
Oh my God, that would be so amazing. I was in the studio with Guru, dropped that Cuckoo Gaga freestyle.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things ever. It's not like being in the studio when somebody drops some bars. You're like, damn, that's some fire.
Yeah.
I get to be here with Duke.
Dylan.
Mr. Britt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you and Guru would be something else. That cover photo with him in the shades. Oh, my God. I can't even. Let me not even manifest that into the world. Before we get to the injury report.
The cover would have to be White Men Can't Jump, right? Something like that.
Before we get to the injury report, I just want to play this. And then Lutman, as this highlight bleeds out.
like the last Boy Scout.
As this highlight blows out, where you got to ride a horse and shoot somebody in the head. As this highlight rides out, I want you to go straight to the injury report.
Now on a 3rd and 10, 3 seconds left. Jones will give it to Stevenson. He started right. He runs it up the middle, hit by Chandler. Jones slips and hit across the 45 with a stiff arm. Off a tackle at the 40. He lost the football. And Jacoby Myers picks it up. He circles back and he throws it across the field toward Mac Jones. It's picked up by Chandler Jones. He breaks away to the 30. He runs to the 20. He runs to the 10. He runs to the end zone. Unreal. Touchdown. Raiders.
Good night. This might be one of the dumbest teams I've ever seen.
And a victory for Las Vegas.
It's time for the injury report.
It really hurts.
Brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years.
Scott Zolak, is he going to have a job next year? He said heads were going to roll. He may be the first one to roll out after that call. This may be the dumbest team I've ever seen. Damn. All right, we got some Robo Sound coming out.
Ever.
Dude, that's a terrible.
For regular season?
That's a terrible loss. They may be done now. No playoffs.
I just can't believe they lost that game. Jacoby Myers, I mean, that's his moment. That's his Bill Buckner moment.
The fact that they gave up a touchdown to tie the game in the first place.
Or if Losky's sitting there going, that's a dumb play.
Yeah. You didn't need to look back for validation. I laughed. It was a good job.
Thank you, King.
It was 3.
Thank you, Your Highness.
No. Kyle Shanahan was not just making the right calls on the field Thursday night, but on the sideline, too, after deciding not to put in Mooney Ward. Despite clearing concussion protocol, the Niners announced over the weekend that Ward was indeed diagnosed with a concussion after the game. It will be placed in the NFL's concussion protocol. He'll be held on to practice until he is cleared, so there is no set timetable for when he will return. The good news is, Niners had a few extra days off this week before hosting the Commanders on Saturday. The injury report brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. What's coming up? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises. I'm going to take your calls and talk about Brock Purdy for a second.
And I got Coach of the Year candidates. I got a top 3. And I'm going to give them to you, and I want you to pick
CYO
one.
or
NFL?
Oh, okay. I thought she was going to CYO on me.
One and only Monday night game of the year is available tonight from TakingVegas.com. I am Chris Hodge, and guys, this is a game you do not want to miss. LA, Green Bay. It's absolutely free. Just visit TakingVegas.com, and here is the offer for tonight. We must win this game, or not only will you receive the rest of our bowl service absolutely free, you will receive the rest of our pro football season, playoffs included, absolutely free. That's how sure we are. We are going to nail this LA Green Bay Monday night game of the year. It's absolutely free. Just visit TakingVegas.com. That's TakingVegas.com. We are 27-8 on weeknight pro football releases this year. That's Monday night and Thursday night. 27-8. And we have our one and only Monday night game of the year going tonight. It's absolutely free. Just visit TakingVegas.com. That's TakingVegas.com.
What's the matter, Kate?
I think John is cheating on me.
Why?
He claims to suddenly have ED, but he used to be an animal.
Oh, maybe he has low testosterone, a normal part of aging. Ken had that problem, and at Balanced Medical Solutions, they ran labs and evaluated him for only $99, and he found a solution that revived him completely.
Guys, why suffer? Regain your vigor today. Call now, 510-679-3300, or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi. We've got hundreds of offers on everything from storage solutions to...
I'm sorry, did you say hundreds?
Yes.
I'm still working from home. Anything to help me get organized?
Absolutely. Check out our offers on shelving and desks.
Ooh, what about mattresses?
Yep, those too.
Dressers? Sofas?
Yes and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Visit us at IKEA-USA.com/offers for details. Offer dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Does your heart long to wander? To encounter colorful creatures from the deep blue sea? And amazing animals from the Amazon and beyond? Feed your wild heart. Travel the world, right here in San Francisco. Make your reservation to the California Academy of Sciences at calacademy.org. Explore Wanderwoods, our new outdoor playscape, now open.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic. For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
Christmas time is here, and so are all the greatest deals on power tools at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Enjoy 12 days of deals on all your favorite brands starting December 12th. Grab free batteries with tons of Makita products and more of this year's greatest deals. Save $100 on a Makita 18-volt rear handle circular saw and take home 2 free batteries to top it off. Stop by Fasteners Inc. at 2897 Monterey Road, December 12th through the 24th, or shop online at fastenersinc.net.
For whatever Christmas vibe you're feeling, the free Odyssey app has the music you're looking for.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Celebrate the season with Odyssey with pop Christmas classics.
Women of Christmas, Alternate Christmas, R&B Christmas, Santa songs, and more.
Christmas is on the Odyssey app. Download it now, search for holiday stations, and celebrate the season with Odyssey.
That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO. It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
with Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill, the pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Oh, baby, what a day. Jordan Poole scores a career-high 43 points last night in Toronto. We'll talk to Jim Barnett all about it at 8:30. Of course, he's a color analyst here on 95.7 The Game alongside Tim Roy as the Warriors embark on this 9-day, 6-game road trip. Game number 5 coming up tomorrow night against the New York Knicks at the Madison Square Garden. Then a back-to-back at Barclays against the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant. Warriors get their 3rd road win of the season. A much-needed win for the Soul as we're kicking around the World Cup final. That was amazing. The 2 days in the NFL, Saturday and Sunday, was amazing as we welcome everybody to the 8 o'clock hour. Good morning to everybody out there getting off their jobs. UPS workers, FedEx workers, California Highway Patrol. Special shout-out to you guys. Checking those people driving the speed limit. Drive the speed limit, folks. Christmas shopping could wait. You don't need to rush. You don't need to rush at all. We're going to get to the calls, 888-957-9570. And Shasky, good morning to you. We got One Take Jake. We got Lubman. Having a lot of fun here. Let's shift gears, though, to Brock Purdy. Niners clinch the NFC West Thursday. Hat and T-shirt game. Brock Purdy looked flawless. Kittle balled out. The defense was flying around. Nick Bosa's at the top of the board when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year. And nobody cares whether or not the Niners end up as a 2 seed, 3 seed. They're not going to end up as a 4 because Tampa Bay stinks. But nobody cares because they have Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Can you believe that? And I want to play something for you that Romanowski said yesterday. And where was this at? Where did Romo say this at?
Zach Gelb Show.
Zach Gelb Show. Was that CBS, right? CBS Sports Radio. Here's what Romo had to say about Brock Purdy.
I think he is their franchise quarterback. The only wild card in this, I will say, is there's not a lot of tape on Purdy. Because of that, defensive coordinators don't really have a good feel on how to attack him yet. That might be the wild card here, to where there are certain tendencies that defensive coordinators look at, like, he likes to throw right. He doesn't look people off, things like that. Kyle Shanahan does a really good job with mixing it up. As soon as they figure out where his weak points are, where his weak tendencies are, they may start attacking his strengths. That might be a difference maker in this. But as far as what I see the franchise quarterback of the 49ers for the next, call it 15, 20 years.
Franchise quarterback, Brock Purdy.
15 to 20. Can I ask just like How many quarterbacks have played 15 years in one spot?
Not a lot.
As a starter.
Not a lot. Not many.
Okay, the last part of that, we can kind of like a little hyperbolic. I mean, it takes one to know one. I'm first in line
15
here.
to 20.
But like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Look, he's been awesome. He's been fantastic. Everything that you're looking for and then some, right?
I'm not mocking Brock Purdy here.
No.
Romo said 15 to 20 years. It's just like, all right.
That part was a stretch.
Right.
I'm talking about like what he's seen. Is he the franchise quarterback? I don't know. I really don't know. What we've seen from him been remarkable in the 3 games? Yes. It's been remarkable. It's been amazing. Is it sustainable? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. I brought up just a couple of guys, right? Everybody looks at Baker Mayfield now a certain way. Mm-hmm. But, like, go back in time. He broke the rookie record for touchdown passes in a season. Mm-hmm. He broke the yardage record. He broke so many different records that year with a awful organization in Cleveland. They had, like, 3 wins over a 3-year period or something like that, right? So you look at his rookie year, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, all right? 64% completion. Mm-hmm. The very next year, he rolls out 22 and 21 interceptions, 22 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. Mm-hmm. They go 6-10. He's down at 59% in completion percentage. All his numbers way down. I look at someone like Mac Jones, who we were talking about earlier. Last year, 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and he's at 68% completion. This year, 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's still about 65, 66%. But, like, his numbers are way down. So I don't know if this is sustainable. I legitimately don't know. It feels like Lamar Jackson's been kind of, quote unquote, figured out after 4 or 5 prolific years as a player in the NFL.
And then to Lamar Jackson's defense, I don't think Baltimore's did a good job.
No, I agree.
Of building around him.
And I can make that argument about the Patriots and the Cleveland Browns, right? I think that there is an argument there. But also, there is some reality. Like, we watched it with Colin Kaepernick. Pretty much the same personnel. 2012, he was good. 2013, he wasn't as good as 2012, right? And then 2014, by then, the wheels were falling off. He got progressively worse. Now, some guys are like Joe Burrow, they're a rocket ship, or they're Patrick Mahomes, they're a rocket ship. I don't know if Brock Purdy falls into that. Does he plateau? Does he do a Case Keenum? Case Keenum had a great year with Minnesota, and then the next year he goes to Denver. It's not the same. Progressively worse. I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's not. I feel like the mind, the processing feels pretty real. But I do think there are some physical limitations, height, size, arm strength. Maybe defensive coordinators can limit some of the things he does really well and really maximize what he doesn't do well. And then it looks totally different. I don't know.
I don't know either. But here's Romo, what he had to say and what he saw in Brock Purdy.
I have to admit, I'm pretty blown away. He's got some Joe Montana in him. It's not too big for him. He's got crazy confidence, and he's calm. And like I said, the moment is not too big for him. He's executing. He's smart. I mean, how this guy was the last person taken in the draft, I don't get it, because I see a phenomenal player.
I agree with that. What he was saying there. He does look phenomenal. It does look like the moment isn't too big for him. How he was the last pick in the draft is a great question, considering what we've seen now. I think a lot of people would want a do-over. But again, like, I'm all in on the Brock Purdy experience for this year, and just see where it goes. But I am cautious in the sense that, like, I know that this can crash and burn at any moment. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe we're all fools, and this is incredible, and it's the start of a 10-year run. But, boy, that feels very unlikely.
I mean, I don't know what's like. Look, Shanahan's doing a phenomenal job of putting them in the right spots to succeed.
100%.
Shanahan's play calling has been
100%
next level. If anything, it makes what Shanahan did with Garoppolo for all these years look that much better. It makes me kind of sit back for a second and pivot and say, damn, Shanahan was really that dude. Right? The play calls were amazing Thursday night in Seattle on a short week. The double screen, the fake screen left, fake screen right. Oh, Kittle over the middle, touchdown. To put their foot on their throats against Seattle early in that third quarter on the first drive coming out of halftime. Very impressed with Shanahan. He's done this now where he's put his foot, the Rams game, up 24-14. You know what? We're going to throw it and put this game away. seeing some growth in Kyle Shanahan as a play caller and as a guy who has that killer instinct because that's what he's lacked.
Yeah.
That's our biggest complaint with Kyle Shanahan was the killer instinct. Brock Purdy, look, man, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to Caleb Williams, right? And I get we all make comparisons. That's what we do in sports. But everybody goes straight to Mahomes. Man, and I'm thinking to myself, man, that's so unfair to the kid. Now I'm hearing Romo. I'm hearing fans say, he reminds me of Joe Montana. He's got some Montana-like qualities. I'm like, whoa, let's chill. Montana's one of the 20 greatest players in NFL history.
And Montana.
NFL history. Like, Joe Montana. Think about what we're saying.
And he hasn't taken a 49er snap since 1992.
Right. Let's go to...
So how many of those people making that comparison really actually watched him play?
I mean...
in real time.
So let's start with Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, that's what I had used as a reference. Because Garcia came out of nowhere, right?
Let's start with, Jimmy Garoppolo, for crying out loud, who just played with the 49ers. Is he already better than Jimmy? It's too early to say.
And I also think that's unfair to what Jimmy's accomplished.
Right.
I think he's had 3 really good games in a row, and we all know this. Even the great quarterbacks that we know are great, Brady, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, pick whoever you want in the hit. They have stinkers too. All players have stinkers. That happens in the NFL. Right. So, his stinker is coming. Just maybe it doesn't come this year, B. I don't know.
I don't know. Can he ride this wave to the Super Bowl? A rookie quarterback. Like, think about that.
It feels like the sustainable parts of his game are he processes it really quick.
Right.
He does see the field pretty well. Now, you can get fooled at times. Even the great Brady, who's the smartest quarterback who ever lived, gets fooled. And the accuracy feels like it's there. That feels like something that can be week to week sustainable. But again, I don't know. Are you as accurate when you're getting tagged 8 times and a half?
I don't know. He hasn't
really been hit hard. He's done a great job evading the rush.
But when he has been hit, he's recovered.
I agree.
He got hit in that first play. The first play against everybody, he got blasted. And he got up and led him to a touchdown score.
I know. And he's got a great supporting cast.
He does.
And a great play caller. And I don't think those are knocks. Those are just identifying the realities of his situation. But if he like, for example, this weekend, Washington has a really good defense.
Right.
If he had a stinker against Washington, would you be that surprised?
I would not be surprised whatsoever.
And that doesn't mean he can't have a good game the following week, right?
I would not be surprised. Now, everybody mentions that he played 4 years. I watched Peyton Manning play 4 years in the SEC for Tennessee.
Yeah.
1, he couldn't be Florida. But then 2, when he got to the NFL, he looked overwhelmed and led the league in interceptions. It was the rookie record.
Trevor Lawrence played 3 full seasons at the best program in the country, playing in big-time BCS
Big-time games. And looked overwhelmed as a rookie.
Yes.
Overwhelmed.
Even in the first 4 or 5 weeks of this season.
Right. So the 4-year stuff doesn't really matter to me. Like, this is the NFL. Ben Roethlisberger played, I think, 3 years at Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
Comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers as a rookie. Now, they managed the hell out of him.
Yeah, they did
Running game, defense. He got to the AFC Championship game, and boy, Belichick had him twisted.
Yeah.
Throwing pick sixes, I think he threw 3 or 4 picks in that game. Like, the 4-year thing, like, there's going to be a moment where Brock Purdy's going to have to win a game, and can he do it? The arm strength is very limited. It is. But Shanahan's doing a good job of putting him in the right spots, and he's writing Christian McCaffrey.
And let's give Brock his credit here. I mean, he's hitting all the right targets. The plays are out there to be had. This is what I said during the Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm not knocking Jimmy. I'm just saying, like, there are lots of plays to be had out there because of the offense. Hit this guy here. If that's not open, you go to that guy. I feel like Brock has done a great job coming in and just, boom, that guy's open. Hit him. Oh, this is here. Oh, if they come in this direction and they give me the blitz on this side, my hot route's going to be wide open.
Right.
He's really, his processing pre and post snap has been almost perfect.
No doubt.
Almost perfect.
No doubt.
And the other part is he's had 2 interceptions in terms of that were called back because of penalties. What happens when that doesn't happen?
That was a big swing in the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
Big swing.
I mean, Jimmy, I'll give him credit. There were games where he'd throw a pick and he'd bounce right back with a touchdown drive.
Right. And that's what Jimmy did. That was special about him.
Yeah.
But this is a great question that I'm seeing here. 650 Xfinity mobile text line. How many games will it take for Brock Purdy until we say he is him? Like, how many games is it going to take?
I mean, if he went to the Super Bowl, how do you
go back?
How are you gonna? But that feels absurd for me to say that, But I look around the league and you're out talking about number 2 seed. B, I honestly believe that this roster is so damn good. They won an offense. Just everyone take a step back. They won a game. I don't know, Jimmy. They won a game in Green Bay against the MVP where they didn't score an offensive touchdown. I'm not knocking. I am identifying what happened.
Right.
Okay? Now, you could say that was fluky, Joe.
Right.
Okay? That's true. They've won a lot of games where they didn't need their quarterback in the playoffs. Green Bay game and the NFC Championship game in 2019, January 2020. Barely needed Jimmy in that game. And I'm not knocking them. It's just that's how suffocating their defense and their offense was. Could that same thing happen in a playoff game or two here? Yeah, I do actually think it could happen.
Right. Now, I mean, and you look at the last 3 regular season games. We watched that Washington team last night. Nobody's impressed with them. Last night. Nobody. Not that offense. So I believe the Niners can be icing and chilling in the fourth quarter. Now, Washington, they're on a short week. They got to travel across the country and play this defense and protect Heineke behind that offensive line. Doesn't look like a recipe for success for Washington. Then you got the Raiders. Now, the Raiders, they're going to be up for that game.
Yeah.
And they got talent.
Yeah.
They have talent. But that defense, we'll see about Max Crosby and Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
We'll see about, but you couldn't run the ball all over the Raiders. Then Arizona is going to be thinking about the offseason and vacation by the time they come to Levi Stadium for their last regular season game. They're not even going to, they're done. They are cooked. So we're going to see in the playoffs what Purdy, like, it's just crazy, man. I've never thought a rookie could win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying Brock Purdy could win a Super Bowl, but damn, the roster around him is so damn stacked that this defense is going to keep them in games. And when you have McCaffrey, a lot of people say, well, you know, I was thinking about this over the weekend, Joe. Everybody's saying, well, what happens when Brock Purdy and company fall behind? Well, this defense is so good, and this running game is so good, they may not have to play from behind. They may play with the lead every single game. And when you get this defense a 10-point lead in the second half, an 11-point lead, a 15-point lead, they're going to go home with a dub. Like, they may not fall behind because that's how well Shanahan has scripted the first 22 plays. That's how well his defense is playing. And that's how well McCaffrey's running the football.
Yeah, and I think Shanahan's done just a brilliant job getting all the playmakers involved. Like the game the other night, you don't have Deebo Samuel. You went up into Seattle, and you didn't miss Deebo at all.
Didn't miss him at all.
And George Kittle, you busted him out, and he had monster game.
Well, think about it. You didn't miss Deebo in the Rams game.
I know.
Nor did you miss him in the Seahawks game. Because 925 is sent an Xfinity mobile text line. He's right. Niners are 7-0 when McCaffrey starts. That, to me, has been the biggest difference maker.
That's crazy.
That, to me, is the biggest difference maker.
Getting back to the Shanahan thing, you know, I actually think, this is wild to say, because I know we're obsessing about Purdy, but it's because of how we all feel about Shanahan. And let's call it what it is. I mean, the reason we have so much optimism with the Niners is Shanahan, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at Coach of the Year. And what's wild is Sirianni could go 16-1.
Right.
I don't even think he should be Coach of the Year. And that sounds crazy to say out loud. I think it's between Daboll, and I think it's between Shanahan and Daboll. That's who I would have. I'm watching those New York Giants. They're using Richie James as a wide receiver.
He's balling with the Giants.
I mean, I didn't think Daniel Jones, Daniel Jones. I didn't think Daniel Jones was an NFL quarterback.
So he's the backup to Saquon Barkley? Matt Breida.
Daboll has done an unbelievable job. So right now, and I know I'm biased, I admit it. I'm saying out loud, 15-2, 16-1, Sirianni could go. I would actually go Daboll 1, Shanahan 2, and Sirianni 3, which is insane to say out loud.
I think Dan Campbell's moving up the charts.
That's a good call.
Detroit Lions.
I'll listen to that.
Dan Campbell and the Lions have won set. We thought they were a joke coming out of Hard Knocks.
Do I sound absurd being
Shanahan should get love for it.
To Sirianni, though?
No, I mean, I believe Sirianni's going to run away with it. Because we see the Eagles as the number 1 seed in the NFC.
I'm watching Daboll. I'm like, I can't believe he's doing what he's doing.
I mean, I can't believe the Eagles have one loss right now. Honestly. So, Shanahan deserves love.
Yes.
Zach Taylor with the Bengals deserves love. I think Mike McDaniel in Miami deserves love.
Yes.
I think Andy Reid, crazy as it sounds, a lot of people in the league thought Kansas City was going to take a step back.
Especially
without Tyreek Hill.
Yep, Tyreek Hill trade.
And now look at Kansas City.
Yeah.
They're battling for home field advantage once again.
We were all rooting for the Texans yesterday.
We were. We sure was. Dan Campbell, Shanahan, I believe, though, I'm with you, Joe, that I believe this has been his best job.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Hands down.
And now in year 6, because you know what I was saying. Yeah. It's year 6. How long do we have to wait for this? And I've had my beef with Shanahan. I've had my beef with him. Not because I think he's a bad coach, because a lot of people compared him to Shanahan. I'm saying, okay, I see greatness in him, but you got to show me on the big stages that you can be great. And I've been let down on the big stages. But I think this year, the maturity, going for the killer instinct, having that killer instinct now, in his game, getting that big time back in McCaffrey, letting this offense just explode and open up. Shanahan gets credit for never losing the locker room. They could have lost the locker room multiple. The Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance situation could have lost the locker room.
You won the division with however many games to go on your third-string quarterback.
Unbelievable.
I mean, so to me, like, as great as the Eagles situation is, they've had one injury, the Jalen Davis injury, and that's about it. Everything's gone brilliant. I think you could go executive of the year. I'll listen to that. Howie and them, they've done a great job. They made the trade for A.J. Brown, basically got the Tennessee Titans GM fired.
Right. John Robinson got fired because of that.
I mean, and
with
then,
a bad deal.
And I think
Gardner Johnson at safety.
Well, and they also have, I think, New Orleans pick. I think they also still have New Orleans pick.
Gardner Johnson, that move at safety was big.
It was very big. So I don't know. I look at it, I go, we could win executive of the year. Coach of the year, though, I look at what you've gone through or what you inherited. New York Giants, 3 wins, 4 wins, 3 wins. Like, they're a dumpster fire. Daniel Jones, they don't pick up his 5th-year option. Now I'm like, damn, Daniel Jones, you could win games with him. Saquon looks like one of the best players in the league. Richie James?
Richie James Jr.
I mean, what?
Richie James Jr.
Basically, it's Thibodeau on defense and old man Landon Collins. And like they're winning games. So
that dude Lawrence in the middle is good out of Clemson.
No, I do like him.
Solid.
The big guy.
He's a big boy. Yeah. Dexter Lawrence, I think.
Is it Dexter? Yeah, whatever. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. He is a beast. But like, everyone was looking at the Giants roster like that's a 5-win team.
Yeah. And he's got them in the playoff hunt. Very impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Let's go to John and SF. Executive of the year, though. I still like Lynch.
Okay.
You make a McCaffrey trade.
No, it's a great deal.
That's ballsy. Nobody's thinking about the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round pick anymore. John and SF, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy holidays.
What's up, Jonathan?
Entire Bay Area and everybody at 95.7 the game.
Appreciate you.
I just want to say, guys, Shanahan's going to win Coach of the Year because you know why? Who else could you name out there that they could lose their first 2 quarterbacks and their best running back and still be in the hunt? Nobody. Shanahan's done a wonderful job. And I also want to say I'm more than halfway sold on Purdy, man, because what's not there to like? Pocket presence check, field vision check. I mean, you can't blitz the guy. You blitz the guy, he kills you with a counter strike downfield with a touchdown. So what are you going to do with him? I mean, I just want to see him with one more test. This defense that Washington's bringing, they could rush 4 and drop 7.
Yeah.
He passes this. I mean, I'm all the way sold because you know why also? You guys mentioned it. The roster is stacked, and he's backed by this best defense in the world.
Wow. Jonathan, it's one of his best calls of the year. He's sold, Shasky. He's almost sold. Did you like the way he said, hey, they could bring 4, drop 7? Look at Jonathan out there.
Also, they lost so many people off their staff. They redid their entire staff this year, on top of all the player personnel stuff.
You brought up Ryan Greasy last week.
Great hire.
Anthony Lynn. Look at it. I saw him sitting behind the Niners sideline. I now saw the value of Anthony Lynn.
No.
He's chirping with everybody. Tight ends, running backs. That's the reason why he's the assistant head coach. Anthony Lynn, great hire. Greasy, great hire. D'Amico Ryan's running around. Chris Kosaric chirping left and right.
If we were to put coaches in uniform and pads, Anthony Lynn would be on my starting 11.
Yeah, dude.
Dan Campbell, absolutely.
Dude, they listen to him, man. But Shanahan has done a great job. I think executive of the year and coach of the year is in play for the Niners. And I think Sirianni's going to end up getting it because of the East Coast bias, the East Coast media. How about John Lynch, executive of the year?
Oh, I'm here for it.
They're going to look at Howie Roseman in Philadelphia. So anyway, that was some fun 49er talk. People are believing in Brock Purdy, man. They are believing in Brock Purdy. Romo believes he could be the Niners franchise quarterback for the next 15 to 20 years. We'll see.
Montana was the starter for 11 years.
Yeah, I know.
Joe Montana.
Bill Romanowski may join the roast later this week. What's coming up on the game? Sponsored by CalHope.org. The one and only Jim Barnett here on the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game.
We're going to take your other kneecap.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Someday, you might be with friends in the Bay Area, telling the story of how you navigated these complex times. The market was all over the place, so you reached out to a Merrill advisor, and with their help, charged ahead. And unlike your fishing stories, you won't have to go overboard. Find an advisor at ml.com/bullish.
Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of America Corp.
Stretch your lashes to new heights with CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. Up to 60% longer looking lashes. It's an instant lash extension effect. Lift, stretch, and lengthen with a lightweight formula infused with biotin, peptides, and pro-vitamin B5 for strength and protection against breakage. Looking for a lash extension in a bottle? Try CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara for up to 60% longer lashes. From easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. Hurry to get a maximum 2022 tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to getrefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com.
Are you ready? At Lowe's, it pays to be a pro. Now through January 6th, Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards members earn 1 bonus point for every $1 spent on qualifying purchases with a Lowe's Business Credit Account. Redeem bonus points for cool rewards for your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards today to start earning. Subject to credit approval, Lowe's terms and exclusions. See Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points and Lowe's.com/L/Pro loyalty terms for details. U.S. only.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code GOLF for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code GOLF. Use code GOLF for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
In Fremont, it will be mostly cloudy, highs near 54.
Weather brought to you by Macy's. It's Macy's last-minute gift sale with great presents and gift cards. Shop early and late and pick up curbside or in-store. Plus, spend your Macy's money on anything. No merchandise exclusions.
Get fast, reliable speeds at home and on the go with internet and mobile from Xfinity.
Now through December 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gig internet plus XFi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Plus, get $200 back. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Picked up by Klay Thompson, out to DiVincenzo. Beautiful bounce pass to Poole. Uses the inside hand on the left side. What a pass by DiVincenzo. The bucket makes it 60-46.
Hey, it's Willard of Willard and Dibs, 9 to noon. Now let's get you back to the morning roast with Bonte and Joe. Boys, the changeover is coming. You better be ready. We'll talk to you soon.
We will be ready, and we will be out in 5 minutes, Willard. Thank you. Warriors win last night, a much-needed win. We all needed that win. It was good for the Soul as they improved to 15-16, get their third road win of the season, first against the Eastern Conference team. They had lost 5 in a row, but they get a good win yesterday after shooting 53% from the floor, 46 from 3. Actually got to the free throw line, outshot their opponent at the free throw line for the 6th time all season, Shasky. Go figure. And Jordan Poole, of course, with the career-high 43 points. And let's not waste any more time. Let's go to Jim Barnett, who's out there on the East Coast with the Golden State Warriors, of course, color analyst here on 95.7 The Game. We love JB. JB, good morning, man. What a win for the Warriors last night. What a game for Jordan Poole. Career-high 43 points. He hits the 5 threes, and I loved his pacing yesterday. He wasn't over-dribbling. He wasn't going 100 miles an hour. He played like he did last March and April and in the postseason. A good sight for Jordan Poole.
I thought so, too. He was very decisive. When he made a move, he went straight to the basket, or he went straight up in the air, took the shot. He wasn't, over dribbling, going in and out, and indecisive like that, and slipping all over the floor. He had his confidence last night, and he's obviously a big part why they won the game, and a career-high 43. It was terrific. And he got to the free throw line. I thought it was important that they shot free throws last night because they've given up, in the first 20 games of the season, they'd given up over 200 free throws to the other team. The other team had taken more than 200 free throws than the Warriors, and that's been a real problem. But last night they got to the line 26 times, and they're a good free throw shooting team. They made 22 of their 26. They played a really good game, and it's much-needed win. I thought the bench was good last night. JaMychal Green was terrific. The rebounding, they played against a bigger team. They were big players all over the place for Toronto, but the Warriors stayed with them rebounding. They had 42 to 43 for Toronto. I don't like the turnovers. They did great in the first half, but turned the ball over in the second half. But overall, the way they shot the ball, the first quarter, they made 8 threes. Draymond, who'd made 11 threes all year long, hit 3 threes in the first quarter. Was terrific.
First 90 seconds, JB.
What's that?
First 90 seconds of the game, he had 3 threes.
I know. But last night, their defense held strong all the way through. And Toronto only shot 42%. I thought it was a real key to not let them get in the lane. They did get in the lane for a lot of points, but the Warriors also got into the lane. Points in the paint was good, really good last night. They were aggressive, and I love the tempo. Draymond was a great leader last night. He bringing that ball down the floor, pushing it like they were, and I think they caught Toronto off guard. And they really, I mean, when you start that game and you score 36 points in the first quarter, then you get 32, and you got a nice halftime lead. You come back in the third quarter with 34. They were on their game. So it was a good win for them. It's a step forward. Now they've got the Knicks tomorrow night. The Knicks, a hot team. I think they've won 7 in a row. We'll see how they play against them. But I liked it that they finally adjusted without Stephen Curry, who obviously got hurt in that Indiana game. So I thought they played pretty well against Philadelphia. I think they were ahead at halftime of the Philly game. They then lost it. But, this is they got a lot of players that don't have a lot of experience, like Ty Jerome. And I think he's a pretty doggone good basketball player. They're bringing these guys off the bench, and last night the bench had 33 points.
JB, I feel like Dante DiVincenzo has just been spectacular for this team. He's doing so many little things, 50-50 balls, setting up the offense, grabbing a rebound when they desperately need to clear a defensive rebound and stop a possession. He's been much, much better the last couple of weeks. What are your thoughts on Dante DiVincenzo?
Shasky, I'm glad you brought him up. He's so solid, and he's not worried about getting his points. He plays 33 minutes last night, and he takes 5 shots because everything else was going for other people. He's unselfish, and he's always around the ball. He keeps the ball alive. He makes steals. He gets rebounds. The 2 previous games against Philly and Indiana, he has 17 points in that Philadelphia game where he hit his first 5 threes coming out of the gate. He was really hot. He's an excellent basketball player. He's got size. He can defend, and he can rebound. He knows how to play the game. He's got a very high basketball IQ, and I like him. I think he kind of, the first few weeks of the season was trying to meld in and not do too much, but now he's more assertive, and he's good on the floor, and I think he's got when he's out there, the defense is better. And I think the plus-minus is a lot better when he's on the floor.
JB, I've noticed, just my naked eye, especially recently, it feels like when Draymond, Dante are on the floor with Jordan Poole, you get the best version of Jordan Poole because there's so many playmakers out on the court in the half court.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As I said, DiVincenzo is a very unselfish basketball player. High IQ. He knows how to play the game at both ends of the floor. He moves the ball. The ball never stops there. And we'd mentioned about Poole and over dribbling and so forth. The ball will always stop, and he might take, 15, 20 dribbles before he does something else and maybe give the ball up and waste all that time. He didn't do that last night. So I thought they played a really good team game. I think they're getting used to each other. And you know what? We haven't mentioned Kevon Looney.
I was just about to, JB. Second straight double-double. How about that?
He's just been terrific. And the game before, he almost had a triple-double.
Yeah, 1 assist shy.
Yeah, exactly. So I really like the way he's playing. He's really solid. He's playing consistently. He's getting better all the time. He's strong. He's rebounding. He's defending without fouling. And he's having his best year. There's no question about it.
Nah, I love what Looney's doing. He's played in his 142nd consecutive regular season game, and this is a guy who had hip surgeries. He didn't know if he could be durable. Well, he's a stalwart in that lineup. He's a godsend for the Golden State Warriors at the 5 spot there. Look, I want to get to Kuminga in a second. I know a lot of people were kind of up in arms about him only playing 5 minutes last night, but I think overall over the last 12 to 13 games, he's averaging over 20 minutes a game, and you could see him turning the corner. It just feels like with every possession, every rep, Jonathan Kuminga is starting to figure it out. What have you seen in JK over the last couple weeks here, JB?
Well, I think he's letting the game come to him. He's not trying to go in and he's not taking the ball to trouble like he was before and missing the shots and turning the ball over. That's why you'll see him outside a little bit more. And not that I want him shooting 3-pointers all the time, but I like him because he's concentrating on defense, trying to rebound the ball, trying to play a team game, and not, I think he was a little earlier in the season, thought he could come in and play like he did, in the G League and just overpower people. This is the NBA. These guys know how to play. They've got experience, the opponents, and they know how to play, and they're just as big. They jump and they're athletic. So he's kind of tamed himself down a little bit and not trying to come in, take over the game, which actually gets himself in trouble. So he's letting the game come to him. I thought he's been really good the last 5 games. Now, he didn't get many minutes last night, I don't think. No, he didn't at all.
Yeah, you only played 5 minutes. Yeah, all in the first half, JB.
Yeah, but I thought, because I think Steve Kerr realized who was playing really well last night, and he wanted the guys out there that could win the game for him. That's why Moses Moody didn't play that much. But Moses Moody played, 10, 11 minutes and didn't even take a shot. So, but he's still effective out there, and I like him. He knows how to play the game. He's smart. And So I without Curry, without Wiggins, and they win this game, and they've been in these other games as well, except for on the road trip, except for the first one against Milwaukee. I think they're doing okay, and they're learning to play without Steph and Curry a little bit. So I'm encouraged by all of that.
JB, a quick aside, it's Christmas. I want to know, of all the people that you've played with, worked with, been around, who are the best and worst gift givers?
That's a good one.
Oh man, I don't know I don't know the inside stuff of what's going on. I know this is Stephen Curry gives a lot away to a lot of people and does things, but I don't exchange gifts with players. I do with Tim Roy.
Oh, nice.
Bob Fitzgerald.
Is Tim a good gift getter?
Bob Fitzgerald's a very good gift.
Oh, Bob
giver.
is.
Oh. Yes, he is.
Oh.
And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Tim Roy always brings nice delicacies that he bakes himself. His wife doesn't bake; he bakes.
Oh, wow! I didn't know Tim Roy had that skill set.
Wow.
Yeah, and divinity, and it got lots of different little things, special things, and so he brings some nice treats for the food, and he does that every Christmas, by the way.
Oh,
wow!
Nice.
About that, make sure that I'm on the list again this year.
Yeah, we need to try to get on that list, Shasky. We need to get Tim Roy on.
Yeah.
We need to get on Tim Roy's good side here. JP, how's the East Coast treating you before we get you off? You enjoy the East Coast road trips?
Absolutely. It's been so long, it's hard to remember, but we go to Philadelphia. Well, that was my last team that I played with, and losing in the finals to Portland with Dr. J and George McGinnis and Doug Collins. And, of course, coming here to New York, I played for the Knicks for 2.5 seasons, and I always loved coming to New York. I know where to go, and it's a lot of fun. And so, no, I like being on the road, but it's very different. We used to stay in motels earlier in my career and have roommates and everything, and now we stay in beautiful hotels, Four Seasons and places like that, and it's pretty luxurious, and they feed you. We always had to go out and, the first year in the league with the Celtics, I had to go out and find meals every day on $8 a day meal money. And that's tough to do even back in 1966, 67. That was tough to do in New York.
Wow. Is New York the best city in terms of Christmas? Like if you just touch down for Christmas week, you think New York's the best city?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Lots of lights. Trees here and there. Yes,
snow.
Definitely.
It's fun in New York City, and then it's going to be a fun 2-game stretch. And Knicks have won seven in a row. Madison Square Garden, that's always electric. And then, of course, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets, who've won 9 of their last 10. They're hot. They're on fire. So nice little 2-game stretch here to end the road trip, JB. Always fun catching
Merry
up with
Christmas.
you. And a good win. And happy holidays to you and your family, JB.
I appreciate it very much, and thanks for having me on today.
Anytime. Jim Barnett, the legend, the great, the GOAT. Here on the morning roast on 95.7 The Game. You could tell he was amped up to get on the roast, man. He came out firing.
You remember my name.
He did. We have that drop still. That's one of the great drops. Don't forget the Doobie Awards happening Thursday here on the morning roast.
Nice.
The Doobie Awards. Going to have the best guest of the year, the best soundbite.
Full disclosure.
Best YouTuber.
Full disclosure, my mind will be in another place.
Thursday?
Yeah.
You're going to be on Pebble Beach?
Yeah.
That's Saturday, though.
No, Pebble Beach is Friday. Saturday's the Niner game.
Well, just mail it in Friday.
We're doing the Hay, which is the 9-hole course that Tiger designed.
Okay.
It's a little pitch and putt. I'm hoping to get
Who's going?
Me, JP Money, my brother Deli Boy, and my dad.
Oh, my gosh. Good luck to Deli Boy getting a word in. Good luck. Because JP's going to hold the conversation. He's going to quarterback everything. Who's driving?
My brother in the big truck.
Deli Boy?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Why? He's scared. Does your dad rattle him?
Well, my dad's the ultimate backseat driver. You didn't know that?
This is what I would do.
He's the worst.
Just let your dad drive.
No, I want to get there. Dale Earnhardt Sr. will get us in a car crash.
Let him drive.
Who do you think is the best gift giver and the worst gift giver here at 95.7 The Game?
Ooh. Well, how many hosts give gifts at 95.7 The Game?
Yeah, we got some tight ones.
Yeah. You and I give gifts.
Yeah,
I've given gifts for years.
Arms. I'm actually going to bring mine tomorrow so I don't forget it on Thursday.
Okay, yeah, I've got a shot for the gifts, but I know what I'm getting, everybody. I already know what I'm getting for everybody. Trust me, I know.
Jake, You're too new. You ain't
Yeah,
getting
you ain't
nothing.
getting nothing, Jake.
I'm gonna let you know that right
You're getting
now.
a shot out and some airtime. That's all you get.
My wife
Merry
tapered
Christmas.
down our list this year, and so I'm not, Jake, even though you're here this week, you ain't getting nothing.
You get a high five and some airtime. That's it for you, Jake.
That's more than what old interns used to get.
No, exactly. Lutman's getting a gift. Matson's getting a gift. He filled in a lot on the morning roast.
I have something special for Matson.
Hey, well, true story. I got Matson a bottle of wine with the old BS&G crew. Matson was producing. I get him a bottle of wine. For some reason, they needed my ID for him to get the wine, so I went back to a local Walgreens. That boy Matson didn't pick up the bottle of wine for like 6 months. Just sat there.
Well.
Pretty expensive bottle of red wine. Hopefully it was good. But yeah, I think you're a great gift giver. I think I'm a good gift giver, right?
Yeah, you're not bad.
I'm bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, I give Anna a lot of the credit there, but yes. I just know she's got a great touch.
No, your boy comes up with some gems.
I know that she knows.
Boy's good. I may be the Grinch of 95-7 a game when it comes to the holidays, but I can give a gift. I got no problem with that. Ask John Curley.
Merry Christmas, Bonte.
London, you're getting a gift. Matson, and of course, Spinoni. Spinoni gets a gift.
Does anyone live in the East Bay? Because I want someone to give the gift to Spinoni this week before.
I'm an East Bay resident.
Oh, maybe can you bring it to Spinoni for me if I bring it tomorrow?
Yeah, I could probably do that. I can stop by his house on the way home.
I would appreciate that.
I can do that.
Who do you think is the worst gift giver?
Here? Yeah. Ratto. I mean, that's come on.
Steve Ratto could be a really good gift giver.
Yeah, but that would require him to care. I just don't think he cares about any of us.
Is Guru the guy? Oh man, I left your gift at the house, and then time flies by.
That's not fair.
The time
The
flies
Christmas
by.
present you get is actually the one he meant to get you like 3 years ago. He forgot to give it to you.
And it's actually the gift you got him 5 years ago.
Right.
He would be a chronic regifter, right? Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I got you an espresso set. Like,
dude,
wait a minute,
I had your
got you
gift.
that.
I thought it. Amazon lost the package. They sent me a picture, said the package was there. I'm trying to find it.
I left it at my uncle's funeral.
Oh, my God. Don't do that. That's...
Every time we were going to play hoops in the morning, there'd be a new relative that was on their deathbed.
Oh, man.
I love him, though.
Ooh. Gift cards. I do give gift cards sometimes.
I think
Good
Mark
gift
Willard
cards.
would be a great gift giver.
No,
I think
Mark
he's
Willard's very
thoughtful.
creative.
I think he's
what he
very
did on my
thoughtful.
birthday with the burrito, proposal
I
with the
think
burrito.
he's thoughtful.
No doubt. Mark
But
Willard.
the only problem that I have with Mark is that knowing him, he would probably like handwrite the letter, which I'm like, that's too much effort.
Going over the top.
Yeah, but he's very arts and craftsy,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
At least that's my impression.
All right. By the way, I got
like he might knit me a sock.
I got to shot this one out. 707 Xfinity Mobile text line. By the way, I love your morning show. Listen to it every morning as I'm driving to work to take on 26 third graders. When I get to school, I delay getting out the car as long as I can so I can hear Bonte and Shasky. I love my job too, so that should be saying something. Damn. Wow. That's after he called us kind of homers about talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, but shout out to the 707. It's pretty cool. Delaying class. Now, I would delay class with a bunch of third graders. Shasky Bonte, third graders. Easy choice for me. King or third graders? King of the Bay or third graders? I got to listen to the King of the Bay. Come on. Easy choice. Easy choice, 707. Let's go to Gene in Oakland.
Where are you doing your shopping?
I can't tell you.
The Gucci store.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
He's
Dude,
driving to Gilroy
listen,
to go to the premium
listen,
outlets.
I will never, ever go into a
Straight
Gucci
to
store
Vacaville?
ever in my life. I'm done with Gucci. I don't even know why I bought those things.
Well, now they have you the app, I'm sure, and you deliver it right to your house.
Dude, I'm telling you,
the
man.
King doesn't do his own shopping.
No, he doesn't. That is very
100%.
true. It's very true.
You know how sausage was originated, right?
No.
Well, back in the day, this is the folklore.
Hold on,
that
Gene. Give us a second.
The king of his empire would want meat from all four corners.
Yeah.
So they would tie it all together and then put it through a sausage casing. So you'd have a wild tiger with, a duck. And the more exotic that sausage was, the more great your reign was over your kingdom. So you'd have the four corners. So yours would have Gucci, some Jordans. If I were to make a shoe sausage. The Dior's, absolutely.
Gotta have Dior's. The Kohans.
Oh, I love Cole Hans. I wore them on Saturday.
Yeah, Cole Hans are good
I went to a
shoes.
play.
I'm telling you, man, when you get the Gucci in the box, there's no smell like it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you lick the shoe. You lick it. The white just like, ooh, it's so fresh.
I'm not doing
You lick the Gucci. You lick the Gucci. You don't like to lick the Gucci? Gene in Oakland, what's happening? You're on a roast.
No, I don't want to lick the Gucci.
Hey, fellas.
Be careful, Gene. Don't say anything.
Yeah, okay. First of all, talking about holiday gifts. I got a little one for you. You're gonna be there Friday, right? Friday morning.
No, we'll be here Thursday.
Thursday.
And I'm out the door right at 9. Going straight to Pebble.
All right, then I'll call in Thursday with my little holiday gift.
I like
right?
it. I like it.
We love that.
Okay. All right. So turning to your question a little while ago about how important is the number 2 seed to me, and to me it kind of depends on circumstances and who's quarterbacking. What I mean is, I'm on the Brock Purdy bandwagon right now. I love what I'm seeing. But it's still a bit early, and I just wonder, if we get to that, I think he's going to do fine the rest of the season. I would even expect him to win that first playoff game. But the second one, to me, there's a pretty big difference between playing Minnesota here or playing them there. And frankly, I'm more concerned about them than I am about Philadelphia because I put a lot of stock in playoff experience. So. If it gets to that point, and frankly, if Jimmy G's ready, I might want to lean Jimmy G to start that Minnesota game.
Oh boy!
But hey, I could change my mind. We'll see. I just want to see what this kid got in the next few weeks.
So we're gonna. I want to make sure I'm absorbing this. So Brock will have gotten us into the second round, and then out of nowhere, we're gonna play Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh my God! Gee, thanks for the call. Can you imagine if Jimmy is ready?
Mark's head might explode.
This market is going to explode. You go back to Jimmy, and they're struggling in the first quarter, and he's on the field, and Levi Stadium starts chanting, Purdy, Purdy, Purdy. That's not fair to Jimmy. Please don't do that. Give the keys to Brock Purdy. Let him take this car wherever he wants to take it. You cannot go back to Jimmy Garoppolo. You cannot. For everybody's sanity.
Joe Montana was once removed from a playoff game.
He was. Brady was removed from a regular season game in which some reporter asked Belichick whether or not there was a quarterback controversy because Garoppolo led the Patriots on the touchdown drive. Remember that look Belichick gave him? He gave him a little smirk. He just looked over. He just shook his head. Can you give me the Belichick sound one more time? Hey, Lubman, wake up back there. Belichick, why did you call a Hail Mary on the last play of the game? Why did you call a Hail Mary? Because this happened in Vegas.
Now on a 3rd and 10, 3 seconds left. Jones will give it to Stevenson. He started right. He runs it up the middle, hit by Chandler. Jones slips and hit across the 45 with a stiff arm. Off a tackle at the 40. He lost the football. And Jacoby Myers picks it up. He circles back and he throws it across the field toward Jones. God. It's picked up by Chandler Jones. He breaks away to the 30. He runs to the 20. He runs to the 10. He runs to the end zone. Unreal. Touchdown. Raiders.
Good night. This might be one of the dumbest teams I've ever seen.
And a victory for Las Vegas.
Can we just pause for a moment? It's a really good play-by-play of that particular play.
Oh, it's great.
No theatrics.
Was it Sochi? Who is it? One take. Jake, you're the Patriots fan. I know that's Scott Zolak. He's sleeping back there too.
Oh, he's sad.
Yeah, it is Bob Sochi.
His Red Sox signed Justin Turner, so I'd be sad too.
They're cooked. He's going to replace.
Bruins look good though.
He's going to replace Rafael Devers.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, Jake, you're on the West Coast.
Listen to me good. Hockey don't exist out here.
Hey, listen.
Homie.
The last time we talked about Sharks,
the boss almost killed us.
Yeah, exactly. And the next time we talk about the Sharks, will probably be give me the Belichick. Give me the Belichick before we flex.
Bill, in the final play, situationally, how do you weigh what was called as opposed to taking a shot at the end zone?
Taking a shot at the end zone?
Yeah, like a Hail Mary, 55 yards away, get it as deep as you could.
Yeah,
Imagine having an NFL quarterback. He can throw 55 yards into the end zone.
Hey, I got to hit the cut. I got to hit the cut on this Hail Mary.
Dude, he got to hit the comeback route 20 yards downfield.
The little crow hop. I guess Mac Jones should have been doing those Fred McGriff VHSs.
What happened to the pro day in Alabama when he had his shirt off throwing down the field?
I already saw a meme that had Mac Jones's 2023 Madden ratings. Did you see what it was?
No.
Tackle, 0. Tackle rating, 0.
What about throwing power?
Yeah, what's the throw strength?
Throw strength.
Not good.
Did the rating go down after that Belichick
100%.
quote? Like, it was at like a 56, and as soon as I heard the Belichick presser, down at 48.
Just like watch it fall in real time, like a stock.
Oh, man.
Okay, one of my favorite stories. I do this cutoff drill with all these kids.
You can't throw it that far.
I do this cutoff drill. We're out at Crocker Park, and one of these boys, the Fergus family, if you're out there, one of the boys, you got to catch it and throw to the next kid. Catch it, throw to the next kid. It's like this long, long line. Well, his sister had just gotten her keys. She's 16 years old. She's going to pick him up out at Crocker Park. First time ever. Well, this is like the early pre-cell phone era, you know, like the early stages of cell phones. So not everybody had cell phones. She shows up. Her brother had a blown-up nose. The ball hit him square in the nose.
Like Marsha and the Brady Bunch.
Just blew his nose up, blood everywhere. The little sister was literally having an anxiety attack and a panic attack. What do I do with my brother? I'm like, you need to come back to my parents' house because my parents' house right down the street, and we'll fix him up. We'll call your parents. We'll figure the whole thing out. Poor guy. Every time I see him on Instagram now, all I think of is Marsha getting blown up in the nose.
Marsha.
Sorry, Pat and Sean Fergus.
Before we flex, one more Belichick cut. I got to hear it one more time. He can't throw it.
He can't throw that far.
He can't throw that far.
Play situationally, how do you weigh what was called as opposed to taking a shot at the end zone?
Taking a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, like a Hail Mary, 55 yards away, get it as deep as you could.
Yeah, couldn't throw it that far.
Let's flex. Good throw it that far.